Oh, what's happening, man? Lot going on, man. Mm. What's happening? What's up? He said, when you start the show, you gotta start talking, bro. Yeah, man. Blah 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 blah. Yada 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 yada. Nigga trying to tell me how to do my job, man. Don't tell me how to do my job. I don't tell you how to do your job, do I? Huh? I don't tell you how to do your job, do I? I don't tell you how to bag groceries at the Kroger. Make sure that you put the eggs on the top. I don't tell you that. I don't tell you that, do I? Trying to tell me how to do my damn job. Yeah, it's Friday, man. If you ain't taking the $5 challenge all week, man, it's Friday, man. Today will be a good day to start, man. Shout out to my man, Crazy Cajun Weatherman. Oh, Crazy Cajun Weatherman. Shout out to Prodigal Son. He said, keep preaching, fam. Yeah, man. We got a great show tonight, man. A great show. Yeah, it's up tonight. You heard me? It's up. It's up. It's up tonight. You heard me? I ain't even gonna lie. I don't rep the set, baby. I don't do no wrong. And I know right from wrong, cause I wanna make it so badly. $1 million baby. Don't at me. Um, Salute to LRS, man. They say something wrong with Justin Timberlake, man. I don't know, man. Um, he said, I've seen it all. Latinos for Trump, telling other Latinos to go back to Mexico. Yeah, man. What's wrong with that? Go back. Democrats are too into identity politics, man. They can't believe that people from the same racial group would disagree with each other. I keep saying this. One does not need to be white to carry on the toxicity of white supremacy. These 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 um these educated man, I see why they wouldn't let black people read during slavery. Black people get to learn this stuff and they get dumber, man. This fool, this fool said, I've seen it all. Latinos for Trump telling other Latinos to go back to Mexico. Do you understand that in Mexico, they kill each other by the hundreds? They'll hang 50 people from an overpass. They'll go into a village and just slaughter the whole village. But this fool is so into identity politics that he thinks that, well, all black women think the same. So why don't all Mexican men think the same? No, it doesn't work like that, man. Shout out to Miss Katie. Oh, Miss Katie. Oh, Miss Katie. Miss Katie. Miss Katie. I love you. Yes, I do. No, Miss Katie. Katie. Miss Katie said, and I clean out the shed in the hog trough. She said on Sunday, I could take a few hours and watch the game. Oh, that Miss Katie, she sure is a sweet old lady. The nicest lady you ever seen in your life. She said, after the game, I gotta get back to my chores though. I said, thank you, thank you. I said, thank you, Miss Katie. I sure gonna sit down and enjoy watching you play. Watching you whoop up on that black demon named Angel. Oh, Miss Katie. Oh, Miss Katie. Miss Katie. Miss Katie. I love you. Yes, I do. Woman says man refused to help her because she turned him down. It's this dude in my complex that stay trying to talk to me, right? But I don't never pay him no mind. So while I'm struggling trying to bring in some groceries, a case of water, and keep my son from running down the street, right? He gonna say, see, this is why you need a man. I said, well, can you help? Well, he said, well, can you maybe help me right quick? Y'all, why the nigga gonna say, nah, not me. I tried to be the man you needed. I washed my hands of you last time. I said, well, I dropped the case of water and start rolling everywhere. And he gonna look at me and tell me I should call my baby daddy. Shout out to that dude, man. That dude is a hero, man. That dude is an American hero, man. That dude is an American hero, man. Shout out to homie, man. F these hoes, man. I wish I'd have did that more. I did it sometimes, but I wish I'd have did that more. F you, hoe. Goofy ass bro. You goofy bro. Uh-oh, Shakari, man. Shakari is in rare form, man. Shout out to Shakari, man. The little hood rat, Black America love. Listen, blacks love Shakari, man, because she a hood rat, man. So let me guess. Let me guess. Shakari, look, every girl in this race is black. Every girl in that race is black, and they gonna be like, black people trip, man. God, dog. I gotta remember, man. I ain't chasing black people around, man. Salute the prodigal son one, man. Shout out to Shakari, man. Shakari need to rep America, man, in the Olympics, man. Go win a medal for America, man. Don't kneel and do no goofy shit like that, Shakari. You be all right with me, man. Shout out to Shakari, man. She done kept her mouth shut for a couple years. Ain't got no trouble. Shout out to Shakari, man. Meg the Stallion on stage with Brittany Griner in Phoenix. Uh-oh. Um,
BC. Don't even. What's your name?
Dez.
Dez.
Dez, yeah.
Dez. You get five. If you get five brothers, BBC, don't even care about condoms or not, that likes to fuck, wants to be in a gangbang, whether it's CDs or males, females, whatever. Preferably, I want to have a role playing scenario.
oh my God. Jesus Christ. Poor white people from the past, man. We'll get to that a little later. Holy shit. This actually look good, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's good content. That's good content, man. That looks good for the screen, man. That's good content, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ain't
Grab
nothing wrong
yourself
with
a
that.
bite.
Wasn't nothing wrong with that. There wasn't nothing wrong with that. If you haven't taken the $5 challenge all week, today would be a good day to take it. It's Friday. Ain't wasn't nothing wrong with that. I like my steak medium rare. Oh, Miss Katie. Oh, that Miss Katie. Oh my God, Miss Katie. Miss Katie. Oh Lord Jesus, that 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 God that that damn negress dropped your pass.
On Caitlin Clark.
Oh,
Great
Miss
pass.
Katie, Miss Katie, we gonna have to do something about that negress.
Couldn't catch it. That's a Caitlin Clark turnover.
I think she did that on purpose. Look at her face. She did that on purpose. Bill Belichick got a 24-year-old. Shout out to Bill Belichick, man. Hassan Reddick has skipped the Jets' mandatory team meetings and is currently in Japan cosplaying. Yeah, man, Africa sucks, man. Africa sucks, man. Let me tell you something, man. Africa sucks, yo. If Africa was, listen, if there was anything good about Africa, none of these dudes would be doing this stuff, man. Press one. If there was anything good, see, in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 70s, and all that shit, we could pretend Africa was great because there was no internet. We didn't know. All we knew was this is a big continent over there. You didn't know nothing about it, man. Oh, so you could pretend like it was all great. Now we got the internet, the social media. You could see what's really going on over there, man. Salute the Mad Peace, man. Said salute Big Op. I had to send you a couple dollars because earlier this week you had me cracking up in the pancake house when you were talking about throwing away the chicken and keeping the butter biscuits. LOL, classic rant. Yeah, man. I love me some butter biscuits, man. I don't know what I love more, Miss Katie or butter biscuits. I don't know, man. That's a tough decision. Miss Katie or butter biscuits. I think I love Miss Katie more because Miss Katie can give me butter biscuits. Miss Katie makes me butter biscuits. Angel Reese dancing after a 16.8 rebound performance yesterday. Video footage of Polo G's mom allegedly shooting at her daughter has surfaced. Jesus Christ.
Get the fuck off my shit! You talk, bitch! You talk! You talk! You talk! You talk! You talk! You talk! You talk, bitch! Don't you talk!
She's just firing that gun willy nilly into the street.
What do you say, man? Oh, man. Come back. Come back. Come back, bitch. This bag is going in, right? Get off my phone.
Polo G is a rapper. Wow, that's a full stadium. Look at what Miss Katie did, man. Miss Katie filled up the whole stadium. Oh, Miss Katie. Well, Miss Katie, when you get back to the house, everything gonna be tidied up for you now. Cause while you was out there playing and doing the Lord's work, I was tidying up things back at the house for you, Miss Katie. I even made a fresh batch of butter biscuits, if you don't mind. There was just enough flour left. I'm gonna go down to the general store tomorrow and get some more flour. So don't you worry, Miss Katie. All right. So this dude is racist for saying fuck Kyrie. Okay. So Kyrie used to play for Boston. This is why black people so annoying, man. This is why black people so annoying, man. Black people are so friggin' annoying, man. God, y'all annoying. So this guy, so Kyrie, he used to play for the Celtics, and when he played for the Celtics, he was a turd, man. He he was smudging sage all over the stadium, accusing people of racism. Then he left the team because he didn't want to play, and it was just a big mess, right? When he was in Boston. So now he in Dallas, and he come back and faced him in the NBA Finals. And this guy who's a Boston fan, Dave Portnoy, is yelling, fuck Kyrie. And now Negroes are complaining that that's racist. Jesus Christ. When the whole Boston team, with the exception of like 3 players, is black. The coach is black. Well, ain't he supporting the black men by saying fuck Kyrie? Niggas are exhausting, man. Salute to Don Quixote. He says, tuned in about a month ago. Thank you, Ak, for sharing the truth. Yeah, man. Salute to you, Don Quixote. Osa the Healer says, salute, Ak. Happy Friday, folks. Shout out to Osa the Healer, man. Osa the Healer in the building, man. You know what? Let me get to the main event, man. I gotta get to what I get to. You because you black people exhausted, man. I gotta hurry up and get to the main event, man. Before you black people exhaust me, man. Black people exhausted, man. God, oh man. All right, here we go. Let me I'm gonna drop the link, man. We'll drop the link, man. Reggie Jackson, a great ball player from the late '60s to the mid '80s, man. Legend. Reggie Jackson's a true legend. Growing up in the '80s and whatnot, I definitely loved Reggie Jackson. Knew all about him. Thought I did. I thought I did. Reggie Jackson. Great ball player, man. Great Negro ball player, man. Uh, let me put this link over here. Link in the description box, man. Um, Reggie Jackson, ladies and gentlemen.
Reggie, the baton has been passed for over a century here. We've been talking earlier about if it wasn't for the Willie Mays, the Jackie Robinson, the Reggie Jacksons, the three of us.
So they're at Rickwood Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama, commemorating the Negro Leagues and the life of Willie Mays, a great ball player who just passed away at 93. And Reggie Jackson played in the minor leagues in Birmingham back in the 60s. So that's just a backstory.
Reggie, the baton has been passed for over a century here. We've been talking earlier about if it wasn't for the Willie Mays, the Jackie Robinson, the Reggie Jacksons, the three of us wouldn't have an opportunity to play. How emotional is it for you to come back to a play that you played with one of the greatest teams around?
Alex, when people ask me a question like that, it's like coming back here is not easy. The racism that I played here, when I played here, the difficulty of going through different places where we traveled. Fortunately, I had a manager and I had players on the team that helped me get through it. But I wouldn't wish it on anybody. People said to me today, I spoke and they said, "You think you're a better person? You think you won when you played here and conquered?" I said, I would never want to do it again. I walked into restaurants and they would point at me and said, "Can't eat here." I would go to a hotel and they say, "Then can't stay here." We went to Charlie Finley's country club for a welcome home dinner and they pointed me out with the N word. "He can't come in here." Finley marched the whole team out. Finally, they let me in there. He said, "We're going to go to the diner and eat hamburgers. We'll go where we're wanted." Fortunately, I had a manager, Johnny McNamara, that if I couldn't eat, thank you. If I couldn't eat in the place, nobody would eat. We'd get food to travel. If I couldn't stay in a hotel, they'd drive to the next hotel and find a place where I could stay. Had it not been for Raleigh Fingers, Johnny McNamara, Dave Duncan, Joe and Sharon Rudy, I slept on their couch 3-4 nights a week for about a month and a half. Finally, they were threatened that they would burn our apartment complex down unless I got out. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. The year I came here, Bull Connor was the sheriff the year before. And they took minor league baseball out of here because in 1963, the Klan murdered 4 black girls, children, in 11, 12, 14 years old at a church here and never got indicted. It was, they were from the Klan. Life magazine did a story on them like they were being honored. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. At the same time, had it not been for my white friends, had it not been for a white manager and Rudy, Fingers, and Duncan, and Lee Myers, I would have never made it. I was too physically violent. I was ready to physically fight some. I'd have got killed here because I'd have beat someone's ass, and you'd have saw me in an oak tree somewhere.
Reggie,
Wow.
I can't even imagine. It's awful you had to go through that, but appreciate you.
See, Wicked, that's how you interview people, man. You let them answer the damn question.
Yeah, but he didn't say shit though. He didn't say shit though. What did he say?
That he was a violent person, and he was always starting fights and shit. And just coincidentally, he wasn't wanted in any kind of establishment that he went to.
Yeah, you gotta push back on bullshit. How you feel me? I mean, look, I wasn't there, I guess.
Uh-huh. Go on.
I wasn't there, but nowadays they tell me this and that, and from what I could tell, it's a damn lie. The cops be chasing us no reason. Yeah, right, no
Yeah,
reason.
everything that has no
motherfucker.
reason applied to it is there's actually a big ass reason for it. But can't lie. For the most part, the story sounded like it does suck, but he lost me at the end there.
What lost you?
His admission that he was a violent person.
Well, no, I think he's saying that like as a world class athlete, you know, he wouldn't let, you know what I'm saying? Like he could have kicked most of the guys' asses that were saying that shit to him, which is probably true if you're a world class athlete.
Yeah, but I mean, in the context of what we see here all the time, who's to say that he wasn't fucking starting shit? My view is so tainted at this point. I can't help but question all of these.
See, this is what I've done. I've
It's the
failed you
Ockville.
guys, man. I fucked y'all over, man. Y'all don't even believe in it, the real stories, man. Y'all are, man, god damn it.
He might be a crisis actor.
So what do you think, Chief?
I believe his story. But I also believe that
I definitely believe that he was. Yeah, I mean.
So
yeah.
okay. Let me say this to you. I'm sure you believe that man were saying hurtful things to him, right? They were saying mean shit to him, right? What else were they doing to his man?
I believe that during segregation, where he was at, because he's talking about during segregation, that if a baseball team walked into a place, they was probably gonna be like, "Hey, don't try to be slick, motherfucker. Just because y'all a baseball team, no Negroes can still eat here."
Who was the boxer? I forget his name that had a white bitch way back when.
You did a
All
story
of
on
them,
him.
Joe Louis, Jack Johnson, all of them had white
Oh
women.
man, back when okay. Cool story, bro.
But this was like George Floyd if he was a boxer and was just out here fucking white women.
Yeah, cool story, bro. You had it real rough, I bet. Meanwhile, his long lost cousin in the Congo was really going through it.
Oh shit, man! I turned y'all cold, man. I feel bad, man. No sympathy, man, for Reggie Jackson, man. That's one of my childhood heroes, man.
Nah, you know what? I'm talking shit, but it is frustrating, man, to see things. Just to have eyes and see and have ears and hear. I think you didn't fail us. I think reality failed us.
The system failed us.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think that, segregation was a great thing for like the races from what we know, like of how they had trouble living together, coexisting. So yeah, I think segregation kind of probably cut down on black people being murdered by white people. I bet it cut down on it. I bet it limited it.
I don't know.
To some degree.
I don't know, man. We see the gliders aren't necessarily that violent towards, They're just not, man.
Well, look at this. Look at this, man. Liberals can lie all they want, but deep down they know those racist Democrats in the South were behind all of the evils back then. They even lynched other white people for being Republican. So here's the states. Lynching by state from 1882 to 1968. So Alabama, yeah, they had a healthy
Goddamn, Georgia was getting busy.
I mean, who was lynching these motherfuckers? Who were the ones killing them? It had to be, I bet you a lot of them was brothers killing them.
Yeah, they don't say who. They just have the race of the victim. They don't have the race of the perpetrator. But
Or the race
pretty
of the
sure.
white girl that they raped.
Yeah, Georgia got
Mysteriously
busy.
seems to proceed like, 50% of these easily.
Yeah.
I mean, they will fuck around and tell us one day. Don't be shy that they tell us that all these murders in Chicago, but we never know who killed them. So it could have been a white man.
Oh
Like
yeah, all
50
the
years,
unsolved ones. Yeah.
100 years from now, like legend has it, they used to put on a black face, man.
I saw this video earlier. Holy shit.
This is what a Juneteenth shooting at a pool party in Maryland. Yeah.
Son witnesses.
Man, I seen everything, man. I was over there at the party. I was getting some girls. That's all I remember. I was getting some girls. And you know what I'm saying? It was a couple girls over here that I was talking to. It was a couple girls over there that I was talking to. Out of nowhere, I just, see everybody running. So I look, I'm like, oh, they running. So I look at them and I'm like, yo, like, look, why they running? So then I start going over there towards the, running. So in case somebody was ready to shoot me or something. Next thing you know, I see Cuz like come out, like Cuz came out the little John crawling. I like, hey Cuz, what going on, Cuz? I walked up to him. When I walked up to him, blood was on him. So I'm like, yo, what happened, Cuz? So I get up on him. I apply pressure on his wound because I'm a firefighter and stuff like that in Berkeley County, West Virginia. So I like walked up on him, like, yo, Cuz, what happened? So I get on down, apply pressure to his little to his arm and to it. They said he was shot in the head. So like, damn, he shot in the head. Whoa. So I put like my hand on his head, and then like when I put it on the head, like that would happen. So I told him grab my hand, and he was holding pressure on my hand, and like that really it. So then police came, and firefighters came, ambulance came, and like that would happen. I don't know. August 3rd. I mean, what date is it?
How do you feel about it?
Man, I feel like shoot, I don't know. Like I'm from West Virginia, so I ain't really coming out here no more. Like too many people be out here doing crazy stuff. Like I ain't really, I ain't trying to get into none of that.
Can you imagine your house is burning down? It's like, hey, Cuz, you got this y'all burn down. You hear me? We gotta get out of there. Get below the smoke, Cuz.
This is directly because that those racism claims against the fire departments, and they had to make the test easier and lax the standards to become a firefighter. This is the result of that. But at the end, the guy tried to get him to, show some human emotion for the victims, He completely whiffed on it. Like he completely whiffed.
August 3rd. I mean, what date is it?
How do you feel about it?
Man, I feel like shoot, I don't know. Like I'm from West Virginia, so I ain't really coming out here no more. Like,
all he had to say was, "Yeah, man, I'm feeling sad, man. The guy got shot in the head, man. I hope he's all right."
I hope Cuz all right.
Yeah, I know
all right. Amberland there.
He whiffed on that one, not surprisingly though. So it says, new press release: 4 alleged gang members. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that in a minute.
Shit.
Yeah, y'all in trouble now, man. Y'all are facing mass shootings again.
This is the election thing, I bet. Talk about shit that's gonna sway it.
Your ulcers in the back.
If you haven't taken the $5 challenge all week, now's a good day to take it. It's Friday, man. Good day to take the $5 challenge, man.
Hey, salute, Doc. What's up, man?
What's happening, man?
Not much. Cool. My fellas.
What up, man?
You in DC, man?
Huck, what was that picture of your face?
That's
Oh, snap.
That's a guy.
Yo, can you
I
hear
think
me?
he tried to make a yeah. Guy made a PNG. He made my avatar for my other channel, man. Caitlin Clark
Oh,
driving Miss Katie, driving Miss Katie. Yeah. Okay, this one right here. This is the one I want to show you. I've covered this story for the last several years, man. This seemed like the culmination of it, man. Press release: 4 alleged gang members have been charged in the 2021 mass shooting that left 3 dead and at least 20 injured. Police recovered 99 spent shell casings. Forensic analysis revealed that the casings were shot from 9 different firearms. Miami-Dade State Attorney Catherine Fernandez Rundle. The suspects were identified as Allen Gregory Chambers Jr., Jakari Brian Green, Willie Zavon Hill, and Eugene Anthony Holmes, 22. Hill is already in federal custody serving time for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. This attack was planned assault. The targets included those who alleged attackers identified as rival gang members. Investigators also said video from Holmes' cell phone taken just hours after the shooting shows him and another subject bragging about the crime. The Pathfinder, which had been stolen, was dumped in a canal. They are each charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, 20 counts of attempted first-degree murder, with a deadly weapon, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. So this was
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember this one.
Yeah, this was savage. Look at these guys.
So today we're announcing the arrest of 4 individuals
Look
for
at
these
that,
murders
man.
and shootings.
Like, yo, they.
Damn.
So
is
today
that a
we're
little
announcing.
AK?
Yeah, they hopped out around the corner. This is the thing about going to black functions, is that anybody there could have beef and it could result in everybody getting shot. So you got to kind of account for every person there, and you can't do that.
For these murders and shooting, all 4 are being charged
Look
with
at these
3
people.
counts of
Just look at
first-degree
these
murder,
people.
20.
Look at these people standing in front of this club. This guy's a bouncer. This chick, yeah. Most of these people, because it was a rap concert there, like a local rappers we were performing. And most of these people were just going to the show. They were, trying to get in. The line outside and shit, like that. And they just came through and just shot up all these people. And these people had nothing to do with it. But some rapper that was inside is something, was from another gang or some shit like that. It was some shit like another rapper was there who was performing. They were mad at him.
Think about the detectives, like finding a needle in a haystack. Salute.
I'm telling you, man. Just to spray this crowd right here. Think about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, yo, I was just I just came back from Pittsburgh, right? And I was somewhere, and I was just downtown, and just went to a little spot after an event. And I was talking to my lady. I was like, yo, there is about a 1 to 0% chance that anything violent is gonna happen. There were just no Sun people in sight, and I felt so safe. Like it's been a while since I felt that safe. But I almost knew for certainty, I was like, there is a 1 to 0% chance of violence. And anywhere else I go, I just don't feel that.
It was all gliders, or what
It was all gliders, yeah. I don't really be in Pittsburgh, so I don't know what the demographic is. But I was like in there, like downtown, like close to the Pirates Stadium, and like there was not a lot of Sun people, and it just felt different than anywhere in
That's
DC.
crazy, bro. That is crazy, bro. What a shame,
Like,
right, dude?
It is a damn shame. I felt because I'm like, young, they just out here. No one's really doing anything. It's just regular shit. Like people are eating at the bar. There's just live music outside, and like, yeah, there's zero expectation anyone's gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Just zero expectation. But
Or that
anywhere in the
anybody's
city,
gonna peacock and posture like nobody.
yeah, or start
Yeah,
flexing, yeah,
because it starts with it's not just the shooting, it's the whole thing. Like nobody there even dressed to make other people jealous. Like
yeah,
niggas
yeah,
become
Don't
dressed
do
to
it.
make other people jealous.
right,
Right. When
Everything Brax do is kind of like
to start.
pointing in the direction of violence. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
let
It
me ask you
starts with
this
the
also.
braggadocious.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this also. So you said you're with your girl, right? And I'm assuming she's your sister. Did you talk?
Yeah.
Did you mention this point to her? And if you did, what did she think about it? Or you didn't bring it
Nah,
up?
I told no, I know. I said it to her. And and she knows, I mean, she knows all the fuck. She knows where the fuck I live at, man. She knows what
Yeah.
Southeast DC is like. Like
Right.
she ain't, you know what I mean? She been getting used to me. Like, I mean, it's a little bit uncomfortable at first because she's a Sun woman. You know how hard they go for the
Yeah.
Sun community.
Is she
But
a hood booger or is she a like
nah,
educated
she
girl?
ain't. Yeah, she's a nerd joint like me. But she's very she's smart shit. She educated, but she still got Sun woman tendencies and proclivities
Like to
and
argue and
beliefs.
shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and she so she's cool, man. I could talk to her. She ain't hard to talk to. She's smart.
We didn't
She's
know you had a lady, man. When did this happen, Osa, man? A lot of women in the chat are bummed out about that, man. We
Very
Oh
didn't know you.
yeah,
surprised tonight.
sorry.
We didn't know you
Yeah, I
had a
didn't know
lady,
that.
man. What happened, man?
Maybe some other guys
Yeah,
too.
man, I got snatched up. I got snatched up, ladies. Sorry, I didn't know nobody's checking for me on this
Wow.
channel. I was waiting
Osa
for
got
CA to slide in my DM. She never pulled up.
Yeah, man.
You know what
See,
I'm
yeah, you
saying?
dropped the ball,
That's the
man.
shot.
CA dropped the ball. She had my back in the vote though. I wanted her to pop my glider cherry, but I
Oh, you
guess that's
never
not
had
what happened.
relations with you never had a relations with
Nah,
a glider queen?
I've never had relations with no glider. And y'all be making that shit sound like it is everything.
Like you know what it's like. It's like being in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying?
It's like being in Pittsburgh.
Dude, it's like when you're surrounded by whiteness.
Yeah. White
Yeah,
women are
safe. That's what y'all make it
yeah.
sound like too. Safe
I
and
mean,
shit like that.
they can be, but they like it's the
For the
noises
most
they
part,
make is a
yeah.
little bit different. You know, the noises they make are you know, they not trying to like hold nothing back. Like sister try to act like you ain't fucking the shit out of her. White girl let you know you
Right.
fucking the
Right.
shit out of
My
Yeah,
only
yeah.
complaint,
Okay.
my only complaint also is the wet dog smell. You know?
Yeah, the
her.
wet dog. See, that's what I'm saying. That wet dog smell shit. Yeah, I know. If that's a real thing, that's hard. I've always been like, nah, I don't know if that's people. But anyway, I mean, whatever. I'm just beyond these sisters. But but
Damn, what's up? Ladies, it's over, man. Your dreams have been crushed, man. Osa's off the market, ladies.
When's the wedding, Nosa?
we don't know. I don't know. Yeah, man, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just fucking around.
Salute to Jake Best, man. He says $5 challenge installment. Pay number 1. Number 2 soon. Salute to you, Jake Best, man. Charles says, Osa, stop living in hell dating Sun women. Be like me and get a foreign glider woman, bro. Damn, Osa, you got you told us at one point that you were gonna kind of try to give glider women a chance, but I see that you just doing what
Yeah, I
you
know.
you
I'm
just
doing
doing
what
what you
my
need to do,
DNA
man.
tell me to do. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
studying.
man.
My DNA got me wired for these for someone. Hey, a
Oh
foreign glider
man.
though. Hey, salute to you, Charles. Hey, what country? How foreign? Is she is them
Polish.
He
Eastern
got one of
European
them
joints?
Polish.
Russian mail order Joan.
Yeah, them Eastern European jobs be job bad for real.
Ukrainian probably.
Ukrainians,
You
they
know
got
what? It's
war
funny.
torn jump.
Listen to this, yeah.
In 1950, when drugs began to pour in on Saturday night and going around.
Hold on. There we go.
In 1950, when drugs began to pour into Harlem, we went to drugs. We used drugs. We got high off heroin. We nodded, but we were cool. We didn't do like our parents had been doing since the plantation days, getting drunk on Saturday night and going around cutting each other up, hitting each other in the head with axes and meat cleavers and shooting each other. All we did, we got high and we nodded and we became lost in our own selves.
And it was a rebellion, in this case, against violence.
No. It was a rebellion against being identified with our parents.
We start with that breaking.
In 1950, when drugs began to pour.
Sudman said, listen, this is amazing, right? Like, think about what he's saying. Like,
flavors and shit.
He's saying that, yo, this is in the 50s. He's talking about the time before the 50s. And he's talking, we did this video before, but this is just an excerpt. This is absolutely fascinating to know that, yo, it's always been like this.
In 1950, when drugs began to pour into Harlem, we went to drugs. We used drugs. We got high off heroin. We nodded, but we were cool. We didn't do like our parents had been doing since the plantation days, getting drunk on Saturday night and going around cutting each other up, hitting each other in the head with axes and meat cleavers and shooting each other. All we did, we got high and we nodded and we became lost in our own self.
Huh?
Were they getting drunk on the plantation?
Goddamn right they probably was.
I guess it would be.
Well, yeah, man, come on, man. Like we'll find a way to get drunk in prison. So imagine what we would do when we're free.
Oh, definitely.
Get drunk.
All right, and we do it now, so we still do it now. We've been doing it. Like there's nothing really. That's not.
Well,
that's
in 1950 they started not enough heroin, as we can see here.
Yeah, man, but we swear well, not weak, but I don't get the privilege to claim that like my habits came from white people. You know what I'm saying? Like American blacks swear it just started. It's only because of slavery that we
there was probably some Irishmen or some Scottish people or some shit that taught y'all that back in the day. I think that's what really happened.
That's right. right.
In 1950, when drugs began to pour into Harlem, we went to drugs. We used drugs. We got high off heroin. We nodded, but we were cool. We didn't do like our parents had been doing since the plantation days, getting drunk on Saturday night and going around cutting each other up, hitting each other in the head with axes and meat cleavers and shooting each other. All we did, we got high and we nodded and we became lost in our own selves.
So there was a lot of blacks cutting each other up and hitting each other in the head with meat cleavers, man.
With meat cleavers, man. But the way he says it so casually, y'all gotta really let that marinate for a second. Like he don't say it like he doesn't say it with fear in his voice. He's not trembling talking about it. He's saying it like this was so common that like imagine. How old do you think he is? Like 17, 18?
This dude at this time is 30, maybe if not 30, 25, something like that. He's the author.
Oh.
I think he's still alive.
What's his name?
Shit, Claude.
Oh, Claude Anderson.
Is that his name, Claude? No, not Claude Anderson. No, that's what's this guy's name? Whatever, but Claude, son, it'll come to me.
He look aged. He look weathered. If he's it.
But yeah, this is crazy. So the white dude gonna ask him a question here, and I found his answer very interesting.
And it was a rebellion, in this case, against violence.
No. It was a rebellion against being identified with our parents.
So it wasn't.
We start with
that. It wasn't a rebellion against violence.
In 1950.
Of course, it wasn't a rebellion against violence.
You disavowed that strongly.
Yeah, he let him
Not at
know.
all.
Hell no.
No. We kept the violence.
Yeah, we just didn't want to be identified as our purpose. They were drinkers. We heroin. We was dope heads.
We just nodded off. We ain't bothering nobody.
Yeah. Wow.
We start with that breaking news. Another deadly mass shooting in America, this time in Arkansas. It happened.
I like the way they played it. Yeah, I like the way that was so slick.
Like, this is fucking horrible, but fuck you for saying it that way.
We're gonna cover. Yeah, there's been another mass shooting. Yeah, there's been 100 since the last time we covered one, which ironically happened to be a white guy too. But there's been 100 in between that. We're not gonna talk about who did those moves.
Right.
Wow, what a slick motherfucker, man.
We start with that breaking news. Another deadly mass shooting in America, this time in Arkansas. It happened at lunchtime about an hour south of Little Rock. The gunman firing shot after shot at a grocery store before he was taken down by police officers. The director of the Arkansas State Police spoke just a short time ago, giving new information about the status of the victims, but no word on the suspect's motive yet. CBS's Omar Villafranca has the very latest.
At Mad Butcher in Fordyce, and there's a shooting going on.
Gunshots rang out at this grocery store in Fordyce, Arkansas, about 70 miles south of Little Rock.
Oh my God, baby.
This video appears to show a man armed with a shotgun shooting at officers who were also returning fire.
Trying to shoot the police.
At least 3 people were killed. 10 others were shot, including 2 police officers who are expected to survive. The shooter was wounded by police and is now in custody.
The remaining civilian injuries range from non-life threatening to extremely critical.
Philip Todd lives nearby.
The cops were all piled up there. They told me to turn around, the active shooter.
Just moments after pulling up to buy gas, witness David Rodriguez heard a barrage of gunfire.
There's somebody lying in the parking lot, shot.
And pulled out his cell phone to record.
We don't normally hear about things like this going on in our local community. So it was quite a scare.
Stunned onlookers scrambled to safety as officers quickly locked down the area.
This situation is secure and it's contained. There are no active threats to the community.
The ATF is assisting in the investigation, but as of right now, we don't know a motive for that shooting. Nancy?
And we're hoping that the victims are doing better. Omar Villafranca, thank you.
Hey, man. Hey, shout out to the glider, man. You know what? They really respect you in this country. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you guys fucking shoot people, it's like they understand that there's probably some motive and they have to figure out what happened and why this is the case. And they're going to search for a fucking manifesto and any ties to anything intelligent. When we do that shit, which is every day, it's so insignificant. Like, I can't imagine them saying...
I think it's a function of it happening every day also. I mean, if some people never did mass shootings and never shot each other, then there'd probably be the same scrutiny. But yeah, I mean, that one you did last stream, with the school shooter with the manifesto, that was the first time I ever saw that. I knew this.
Yeah, exactly. That's not likely at all.
Did you see that one yesterday, Olsen?
Nah, what happened?
There was a long story short. There was a son, man, that did a school shooting and had a manifesto. The thing is that he only killed 2 people. He was going to kill like 30, but he only managed to kill 2. But he had a manifesto. We couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's rare, right? That's rare. I mean, the exception don't make the rule. That's exceptional. It was the only other one I ever heard of was that dude. What was that black dude in Cali that like had the standoff in the mountains with the police and shit? He was like an ex-Marine.
Oh yeah,
like
what was his name?
Yeah, but
yeah, Christopher something Dorner or some shit like that.
Dorner, that's
something. Yeah, I can't think of right, but I think he had a manifesto or something, right?
Yeah, he said the cops were racist. That was what his manifesto was, if I recall correctly.
But did he write one out? Like, did they found one, or is that just his excuse?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure exactly. I think
Yeah,
it had to
but
do
exactly.
personally with like,
I can't think
because
of.
he was a police officer, right? I'm pretty sure he was some sort of officer.
I thought so, or
You
yeah,
gotta
I
look it
thought he
up.
was in the military, ex-military. But yeah. But anyway, I don't hear that too often, so that's crazy. I'm gonna look that story up. What was that dude's name? Where was that at?
I don't remember.
What was
Do
his
you
name?
remember it?
Chris Dorner? Chris? What was his name?
No,
Chris Dorner.
I'm talking about the recent one.
The Sunman
Oh,
from yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, from
He
yesterday.
shot 2 people.
Where
I
was
Remember,
that
never.
at?
remember the cops? He had an AR rifle that his like mom called
Yeah, I
out.
have to look. I have to. I do the story again later on.
Yeah, but even with him, I mean, clearly his execution wasn't that great. So, you know,
Yeah, I thought that was
I applaud.
interesting. So I told Ike that like the fact they only killed 2 people is interesting.
Yeah, that's a little bit of flawed execution. I don't know what his manifesto said, but the two you ain't really doing nothing. The average dude in his neighbor in his high school do that weekly.
Here goes some sisters. Some little sisters that saw it.
So I was sitting in my mama's car. They was in Mad Butcher, and I heard like boom, boom, brrr. And then I looked, and I thought it was fireworks because I thought the stand was.
Yo, she did some good gun
Hey
sounds.
yo, I was about to say the same shit. Hey young, that's crazy. How did she? And keep in mind, y'all, this is a female. Females, they're not that good at making that sound.
No, they
That's
suck at that.
crazy.
She's
I
afraid
don't
to
Yeah,
know
they
fly.
how to
can't
do
do
that
that.
shit.
I know, but think about it. Most of us, like we've been doing it since we were little boys and shit, playing games. Like we hear it and da 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 da. Like women just don't. It's hard for them to do that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And these are young. How old? These are young. They got her shit sound
Mm-hmm.
clean. That's
These are
crazy.
babies.
So I was sitting in my car. They was in Mad Butcher, and I heard like boom, boom, brrr. And then I looked, and I thought it was fireworks because I thought the stand was open. So I looked out like to my left, and I seen a man with his groceries with some khaki shorts on, and he just dropped back. And then I seen a man. He had, I think it was an AK. He had rounds, and he was just shoot like he was shoot. And I locked the door, and I got real low.
Okay.
My mama didn't got no tent, so he was gonna see us. And I held my sister's hand, and I told her I love her, and I prayed for her, and I was just sitting there in fear because from where I was sitting, the only thing I could see was him if he came up to it. All I seen was the sky. And I just prayed, and I was real scared. Like, I would never think that would happen in Fortnite. Like, that's real scary. And I pray for the man, too, because something had to trigger him to do that. But, yeah, I'm
That's wild. I've never seen that.
Of course.
But for a white man who was shooting up a hole, like that guy who was getting interviewed earlier, that was the first white guy I saw out there in all the interviews and everything that I've seen so far. This was like a Sun grocery store,
Right.
which makes me think he's got a fucking manifesto.
Yeah. I wonder who the victims are though.
going to pray for the ones that got hurt.
How did you feel during all this?
Well, I was scared. I didn't know what to do. She was hollering. I was trying to tell her, like, hush, be quiet. You don't hear us. So I have to keep her calm. It just happened all of a sudden. Like, we thought it was fireworks, but it wasn't. It was a man shooting. Just shooting everywhere. And my mama was in the store. I was worried. I thought they killed her. But she came out, and I'm glad that she's alive.
The police won't let us in or nothing. Like, I never think I had to hold my twin sister hand and tell I love her. Like, I was scared to death. But, I thank God I'm still alive, though.
That's a miracle.
So, and you said you didn't think anything like this would ever happen in Fordyce. You hear about it on national news.
It's usually like North Little Rock or above Little Rock,
So.
Wow.
I did check the gun memorial for Fordyce, and there's one from 2021 and then one from February 1st, 1945. So it does seem like maybe it's peaceful out there.
Damn.
What's the demographic out there? What's the demos?
So, is there anything else you want to let people know?
60%.
Son?
Yeah.
60% sons? That's incredible.
We found the goddamn Wakanda.
This is the promised land.
What? That is incredible.
I know that is
Fordyce.
insane. We need the Whatever they got in the water, so we need to go down there and take a water sample.
Those people need to be studied.
Salute.
Yeah. Salute to those sun people.
And of
Oh,
course,
man.
like this is where the glider chooses to go on his fucking kill all
I
sons
know,
rampage.
man. I know, man. He's a dick.
Fucking
Fuck
piece
him,
of shit.
man. Right, man. Fucking our shit up. Now we got no excuse.
Fucking coward. Could have gone to a lot of places.
Yeah, why you ain't going
He
to
could have gone
Detroit?
a little rough.
Oh yeah, or fucking goddamn fucking Chicago or some shit. This
Could have
motherfucker
went
ain't
to
there, man.
Memphis. Go to Memphis,
Right,
motherfucker.
with these good old black people, man.
Right.
So, is there anything else you want to let people know, about what happened today?
I just want to say stay safe, y'all.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm praying for y'all. I'm praying for the ones that lives was lost, and I'm praying for the ones that got hurt. And I'm sorry y'all got hurt. I'm sorry it's all over the news and stuff. I really am sorry.
Did y'all know the shooter?
No, I just seen a man with a gun. It's like you see it in a movie.
As soon as we seen a man, we
That's a weird question.
under the seat.
And a lot of people are saying
This must be a small town.
Did he have a trench coat or like a jacket on?
It's like an army,
fit,
like army pants, and I don't know.
I like khaki.
Yep, 3,400.
All right. Was there anything else I want to add?
Woo.
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much.
Those are some nice sisters. I gotta admit,
Yeah,
man,
they were
those
nice.
are the best sisters. These are the best. They get the award for the most educated, most civil, most normal sisters that we've ever seen in an interview.
Hell yes. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to
Salute
commend
to
these
them.
sisters, man. Salute to
Yeah,
these sisters,
hell
man,
yeah.
and their
We ran
parents
the
too.
gamut
Their
on
parents.
that. We had that guy, the
And their
fireman, and
parents.
then this.
Yeah, these sisters, they gave
carried
us
it
good
well.
information. Yeah, they gave us good
Yeah.
information, and they spoke English, the King's English with a southern accent though. But yeah, very salute
Regular
to these
English.
sisters, man.
Sound
Yeah.
effects and details, descriptive language.
I'm telling you, yeah, they weren't
Yeah.
weird. They weren't like
Yeah.
this chick probably gonna be, but I'm gonna give her the benefit of the
She
doubt.
got
Man.
it bonded on. All right.
Let's see, man. Don't judge a book by its cover, man.
You right. You
All right,
right.
so just what you just said, you usually come here for lunch, and
Yeah, we come here for lunch all the time, get food. Basically, Fordyce is like a good vibe. So for people to do this, it's like, how can we get justice for the people that lost their lives for just coming to get lunch, just being out here doing what we do every day. This is something scary. This is something new. Like for all of us, even me, I don't live down here. So when I come to Mad Butcher to get some lunch, I'm coming to get some lunch, not to be worried about our lives. And I felt like the active shooter didn't think about no kids. He didn't think about the people that was around and the genuine people who lost their lives just because they was going through something. I felt like if you was going through something, you should have talked to somebody. Like, I work at Mill Creek. We could have talked to you. Somebody out here is to help you. We're willing to always help. So it's like for somebody to do this, it's really heartbreaking for the people who have to lose their lives. Just want to go into the store and get something, probably for their families. You never know what happened today, But I just want people to get our justice that we need. Fordyce.
And you said you thought your grandma and grandpa were in.
Yeah, I thought I seen their car, so I was panicking and trying to call. But a situation like that, you don't know what to do. And it's like, how can we prepare ourselves for something like this when we don't know what to do? You know what I mean?
What do you think the best thing to do as a community is in the aftermath of something like this?
As far as right now, we probably need more deputies on the Fordyce parking lots, period. Because it's an open community. Like, everybody here family. So for this to happen, this is just something crazy to all of us. And I really pray for the families and the officer, anybody who just lost their life.
Yo, what the fuck is in the water down there?
Hey, yo, I'm about to move down that joint, dog.
This
What the
bastard had to
fuck?
go into the most empathetic suntown in the United States.
Yo,
He found
this
like
is-
the fount of youth here and shoot it up.
Yo, like this is weird. Like this is weird seeing black women talk normally. Like they're not weirdos. Fucking like
doing extra shit, doing the most.
And they're like, I want to pray for the white shooter who shot up all my black friends, and also pray for the police.
Yeah, I wonder what she
Come
means
on,
by
man.
pray for the police. I wonder what's her angle.
It
Yeah,
don't matter, man. She said it. She's
yeah. This
intelligent enough to say it.
Yo,
restoring
he's a.
my faith in the Dark Bud dynasty, bro.
I'm telling you,
Shit,
man.
yeah.
Yeah. Woody,
Yo,
wow.
I've never, and I've been doing this longer than y'all have been part of the channel. I've been doing this before all of y'all.
Right.
I have. Let me tell you something. I have never, ever seen any black women sound as good as these three sisters have ever. And I mean, no one even came close. This is absolutely stunning, man.
This is so beautiful. I'm about to move here, man.
Right, this is
Yo.
what's the name of this place?
Don't tell nobody.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah, don't
don't
tell
tell
niggas.
nobody.
Yeah, man,
This shit on the hide. Don't let
Oh
niggas
man.
know we living like this, bro. This
Yo,
is
this
so
is
dope.
insane.
It's the fabled son Gula.
I'm telling you, man.
Right.
Like what? I'm
This
scared to
was
see any
calm.
more interviews, man. I just want to stop right here, man. I want to
Quit
see no
while
more
we're ahead. Hey, just quit while we're ahead. Fuck it out.
Yeah,
Just end it.
yeah, like Kenny Rogers, man. He said you got to know when to walk away and know when to run, man. Yeah, man. I'm done now. So we're gonna go to the next story, man. Salute to these sisters, man.
Salute to this whole town, yo.
Yeah,
That's
shout
what's
out to
up.
those people, man.
Yeah, this is
Be
more than the
raising
entire
good
last year.
children.
This is more than the entire last year. All right.
Yeah, no, this is insane, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man. I'm
Yeah, I'm shocked as hell. And it's hard for me to be shocked. It's not a lot of shit that shocks me. With some people, it's not a lot of shit that shocks me. But this is
right.
shocking.
You've seen it all, man. You think you've seen it all.
Yeah.
They didn't
This
say
is
racism, white supremacy.
Dude, they didn't say They didn't say or you know what I'm saying. They didn't say
They didn't.
nothing.
I don't even think they described his race. Like I don't even.
No, they ain't talk about the race. They talked about the victims, the people who actually got hurt. You know, what I'm saying? The people who were bystanders,
Bravery
their
of the
potential,
police.
the bravery of the. Come on, man, what kind of much
didn't call him
respect,
Twilight
yo.
Zone shit.
They didn't call him a suspected white supremacist race soldier.
They ain't say white
Weird shit
supremacy.
like that.
They didn't say the system. They didn't say socioeconomic. Like wow.
They didn't say
They
didn't say
say,
one time.
I feel.
Yeah.
They did
They
good.
just was that
They
was
didn't use any localized slang. They didn't use like not a single localized slang.
Even the one in the
That
bonnet.
is even the one in the bonnet. That's respect, man. I got that respect for this whole town. Yeah, these are some people I used to believe in when I was young. This is the lost tribe. This is the lost tribe I've been looking for since my childhood.
These are the actual FBAs.
So those are the type of women, those are the type of women that you could make a wife out of.
You can marry them joints easy, yeah. You can marry them joints. Man, them joints know how to raise kids and use the hammer. Like that's that's what you want. Yo, come on, man. And they probably farm and shit like that.
Wow.
They probably cook for real, man.
That is insane, man. That can't be it gotta be
Maybe
a
they're in
hook,
shock.
man. What's the angle, man? Because it's like, man.
Nah, man. Come on, man. Don't take that away from us. We got one. That's the anomaly.
Dude, I've been doing this since 2017, man. I haven't never. I'm talking about every city, every major area.
God.
I have
Listen,
never heard a black woman comport herself. I've never seen some black children, some little
children.
pickaninnies
These are the
comport
children.
themselves and speak in such a manner.
Yeah, yeah. Especially being on the news, having the opportunity to shine like the sun she is. Like, yeah, I don't know if y'all can appreciate the gravity of what it takes for us not to act a fucking fool. You see what I'm saying? Like
I think we can, if
and
anyone.
those young ones. Say it again.
We might be able to, if anyone.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But yeah, the respect to all of them. Like that's it's just the anomaly, man. I mean, that's it. I'll take it. It's just a glitch in the system. But yo,
No cap. I wish
that's
all suntowns were like this. I really do, from the bottom of my heart.
but the
Yeah, I
fact
don't
that
like it. I'm not used to it. I don't like it. I'm not
yeah,
used to it.
exactly. The fact that like we can't even fathom one is insane. And this is might be one. That's insane, yo. Like, but I gotta take it because these are my
Yeah,
people.
these
These are my people.
these people are these are special people down here, man. These are
Yeah.
special people. They should be uplifted, man.
They really should.
They should be celebrated, man.
They really
Like
should.
Sister Mares
Yeah.
from this town.
Yeah, man. Salute to these people, man. I'm very impressed, man. Shout out to the sisters of Fordyce, man.
Shout out to the sisters out there. For real. Yeah. The real ones too, man. The one sisters that got heart. Sisters that like care and have emotions and got sympathy and empathy. This is
Express a
they can
thought.
clearly right and be concise and clear, like communicate effectively and use descriptive language to amplify what she's saying. Oh, come on. This is, yeah, I don't know, man. This is giving me life, man.
But this is the thing. Like someone that doesn't really come around here might be confused as to what we're getting at, right? But they need to understand that in years of doing this, we typically don't come across, someone that they're interviewing that is this articulate, that is
It's
not
almost never.
selfish.
It's almost never.
Someone that is not selfish, someone that is not
Yeah.
like a violent individual.
Not flossing for the camera.
They not try to flex. Yeah.
Someone devoid of human emotion, devoid of reason and rationale. Someone who
Empathy.
Yeah, all those things, and then you have the inability that they have to use the English language properly. Those girls had all that, and they could use the English language properly, which is just like insane, man. Yo, that is so attractive. That girl with that bonnet on, you might think she's not all that hot, but man, I would take her over what? Yo, somebody got a mean echo. You got a mean echo. Also, yeah, man, your shit is. I don't know whether you watching this joint on TV. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, you got a mean echo. But yeah, that salute to those girls, man. Wow, that's so attractive. That makes me. If I had like my son could date those girls. Like if my son brought one of those girls home, I would be proud of him.
Yeah, man. I don't care if she look like Shabba Ranks, bro. Like,
yeah, it don't matter. Looks don't matter when you.
Yeah, that personality, bro. Like, we can't just act like it's all about looks, bro. If you could purport yourself like that, then you always have prospects, bro.
But also too, think about it though, like none of them were hideous looking joints. They weren't hideous.
The skin was smooth and they
right.
you can tell, like it's the country. They dark, but You know what I'm saying? But what I liked about him was just the fact that there was no sense that I gotta be hood, I gotta act
Yeah,
black.
I
It
gotta
was
put
just like,
on. Yeah,
yeah, it was just like being themselves was enough, man. This is absolutely amazing, man. We might have to check in on Fordyce every once in a while to see
no
if there, what's
bullshit.
going on down there, man. Salute to the people of Fordyce, man. Salute to the parents down there, man. Salute to the good old white folk down there. You lucky white
Except for
folk.
that
You
one
white
guy.
folk are lucky down there. Um, but yeah, except for that one guy. But
Yeah,
let's
if
see
I were
what's
the glider
going on.
folk down there, I'd be getting the lynch out for that one.
Yeah,
Fucking
exactly,
shit up.
man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, no bullshit. Tear
Isn't
up
that
this whole
Strange fruit
country.
real quick.
isn't that sister I the epitome of what gliders fear? Because she represents some progress. If her and girls like her are able to reproduce and educate their children, the gliders, man, they got their days numbered. Isn't that what they fear the most?
Yeah.
Fear
Okay.
of a Black Planet. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so terrified
Prince
of
George's
also
County
people
Police say
being
they have a
civil and kind to other people,
Like
and
shit.
Yeah,
giving the
black.
benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. You know how white people hate that. They hate
Makes my
neighbor. We
blood
have a good
boil.
neighbor. I'm telling you, man.
Prince George's County Police say they have arrested this man for stealing $1 million worth of construction equipment. Police say 38-year-old Brandon Green has been stealing those items since February. Leslie Moreno with us live from PGC PD
Oh my
headquarters with more
Damn.
on
Hey,
how all
Leslie.
the equipment ended up getting stolen in the first place. Hi, Leslie.
God.
Colorado police.
I would take that dark butt over Leslie, man.
Yeah,
Oh
You a damn lie.
all right. Yeah, all right. I believe it when I
Nah,
see that
even
one.
me. Nah, even me, man. I love the sisters, but
Nah,
this chick right here.
listen. I would, man. I
What if
would.
Leslie got a
Okay.
trash personality?
What do you
She
mean?
probably
Yeah.
does.
What do you mean? No, you
I,
for real?
I would take that dark butt from Fordyce over this shit. Yes, I would.
Yeah, to marry. Yeah, probably.
Cause you gotta understand, man. Wicked, you're married, man. You know, like, yo, when the older you get, the more you like, yo. If I ever go down this path again, man,
Man, that's a
if I ever
big
go
if.
down this path
That's a
again,
big if right there, boy.
because, yeah. But if I ever go down that path again, man, yeah, you just want to be happy, man.
Say the suspect was taking the equipment in the middle of the night, then transporting it in a large SUV that he was driving. Then he was reselling it for thousands of dollars. Take a look at your screen here. This is 38-year-old Brandon Green. He's facing several.
Somebody said, "Aren't those girls underage?" We're not talking about the first two. Like I said, the first two, if my son wanted them, brought them home, I would be proud. The last one, I don't think she was
Yeah,
underage.
I
She
don't
looked
think
like
she.
she was an adult.
Yeah, she look of age.
Felony and theft charges. He's accused of stealing at least $1 million worth of construction equipment across several counties as far as Cecil and St. Mary's County. On June 13th, police searched Green's property by helicopter in the 4400 block of Wheeler Road after a victim-stolen excavator.
You know that road, no Joseph. It is the Maryland side though, but yeah, you know Willow Road, don't you?
Of Wheeler Road after a victim-stolen excavator pinged near Green's property. Investigators found 13 stolen skid steers, 2 excavators, several trailer buildings, building
Wow.
equipment, and machinery. Police say Green was using a large SUV to transport the
Look
equipment.
at how much stuff he stole. $1 million worth of equipment. Salute to him, man. Like, this is, if you're gonna steal, you know what I'm saying? This is how you do it, man. I don't promote stealing, but this brother he made it worth his while. He can
Uh,
sit down, you know what I'm saying, and be like, yo, yeah, it's worth it to sit down for a couple of years.
Nah, I promote stealing, bro. He obviously doesn't have any money because of white supremacy, so he had to do what he gotta do, bro. Salute to
Yeah,
this black king.
Out here selling
facts.
cat.
Telling you, man.
And reselling it. It's still unclear if he was working alone or had any accomplices.
A lot of these construction companies were leaving them at construction sites, and he was just going to the sites and taking them in the middle of the night and driving off with them. But if a big truck with a big trailer loading construction equipment, it's not really going to turn too many heads. So, I mean, they're pretty valuable machines, and if you can get them and sell them for, a couple $1,000, it's, easy money for him. But these companies are out a lot. They're big bucks. Some of them $60,000, $70,000, $80,000.
And tonight, we are also learning the Prince George's County Police Department's Washington area vehicle enforcement team already had 2 open arrest warrants for Green. Green is facing multiple felony and theft charges. Detectives tell us they have been able to return some of that stolen equipment, but they are looking to connect with any other possible victims. If you are missing any sort of large equipment or machinery, make sure you contact police right away. For now, reporting live.
No, I didn't say Shorty wasn't bad.
I was about to say, that decision looking worse and worse by the second, bro.
I ain't saying Shorty ain't bad. All I'm saying is, listen.
God,
your echo back, man. You got a beat echo, but all I'm saying is, look, sometimes you just want to be happy. You don't want to be like, you don't want to argue all the time. You want to fuss. You don't want a motherfucker getting slick. You don't want a motherfucker that's know you all well and shit and talking slick and shit, man. It just, I would just say, listen, I'm only speaking to married people. Let me put it like that. If you're not married, you might not understand my rationale. Yeah.
Make sure you contact police right away. For now, reporting live here in Prince George's County, Leslie Moreno, WUSA 9.
I'm looking into my crystal ball, Leslie, and I think their phones are going to be ringing. Appreciate you. Thanks so much.
On Fox, loved ones gathering tonight to remember a teen who was shot and killed during an encounter with St. Louis police officers earlier this week.
An officer fatally shot the teen who was accused of stealing an SUV and then pointing a gun.
What the fuck with these green balloons?
He should be fired.
Why is this all green?
Cause he was special, man. When you get killed by a cop, man, they pull out all the stops for
you. Green. Right.
Yeah, man. If it was the nigga that killed him, they'd have had like them cheap dollar store balloons, man. It'd be like 18 people out here with dollar store balloons. They got the whole damn city out here.
They would have had a couple candles and a bucket of chicken. That's it.
Teddy bear.
If that.
These people, he got shot by a cop.
Officers earlier this week.
An officer fatally shot the teen who was accused of stealing an SUV and then pointing a gun at the officer. Fox 2's Taylor Harris spoke with the 17-year-old's family and also has response from the police department. Taylor?
The family and friends of 17-year-old Mision Wilkins held a balloon release to honor his memory. According to the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, officers with the Anti-Crime Task Force attempted to stop a stolen car near Whittier Street and Moffett Avenue. After spiking the vehicle, the suspects abandoned it and fled on foot. During the pursuit, police claim Wilkins pointed a gun at an officer who then fired the fatal shots.
They haven't shown us anything. No reports.
Yeah, they showed you the car that he stole and the fact that he
She got a green
candle. I hate when people say like a case like this, right? Like they say it's fleeing. Is that the death penalty? Come on, don't do that. That's not what this is about. This is a tough situation for that cop to be in, man. The offender brought this upon themselves. They created the situation.
Bro, this the mammy of the family, bro. Like she got ultimate mammy supremacy over all the other mammies, bro.
Yeah, man. Look, this woman right here would probably say something like, "This reminds us of the," you know what I'm saying? This is nothing's changed. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know, nothing's
Rude Mammy
changed.
has a long memory.
Sued, police claim Wilkins pointed a gun at an officer who then fired the fatal shots.
They haven't shown us anything. No reports, nothing. We haven't seen the body.
SLMPD's Bureau of Professional Standards confirmed that the officer involved, a 16-year veteran, was wearing a body camera. The footage will be reviewed to determine whether Wilkins fired his weapon before being shot. Family members stated the police handcuffed Wilkins after he was shot. Friday night, as the balloons rise, so do the hopes of the Wilkins families for justice and answers. The family remembers Amision as a nice young man.
He was a
Yeah,
nice,
all right.
respectful, gentle, loving.
The black version of nice and every other racist version of nice is two completely. A nigga could be a robber, a carjacker, a thief,
But
a
you know he made the
fucking
kids
burglar,
laugh.
and be a nice guy, bro. So
Yeah,
this shit don't
facts.
mean anything.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without a doubt, man. But I want you guys to just notice the difference between this place and in Philly, right? Like in Philly, like look, these women are not beautiful. I'm not trying to say these women are beautiful. They just they just look like different than Philly. It's like Philly, everybody's like hard looking.
Everybody's rough. Everybody,
Philly's
bro.
rough.
It's
Yeah.
rough down here, bro.
Because these women aren't even beautiful. But they just, you could tell, like, okay, they got some, you know, like, okay, they women, you know what I'm saying? They look like women, man.
Nice young man.
He was a nice, respectful, gentle, loving, caring, amazing.
Always smiling.
We reached out to SLMPD for comment on the incident, and they responded. The loss of any life is tragic and can affect not only those closest to the incident, but their families, friends, loved ones, and our entire community. Deadly force is to be employed only in the most extreme circumstances and when all lesser means of force have failed or could not be reasonably employed. The SLMPD Force Investigation Unit is conducting a full investigation with the findings to be reviewed by the Circuit Attorney's Office. Reporting from downtown St. Louis, Taylor Harris, Fox 2 News.
Thanks, Taylor.
You like her?
Tag for
Yeah,
the stolen vehicle.
She's cute. She all right.
Yeah, I'll spit in her butt.
Oh my God.
Tag for the stolen vehicle. That vehicle was allegedly a Challenger and a silver Challenger at that with a different license plate tag. Lanisha's driving to go hang out with some friends to celebrate senior week, and she's pulled over. If you notice on the video, the first thing that Officer Kayla Wallace references is, "That's not it." Despite that, guns were still drawn on her. She pulled out her vehicle. She's told to walk backwards to the sound of her voice with guns drawn on her. She was never even asked for her license or registration, the common decency that you would see somebody have when they are generally pulled over. And these photographs we have are because she wasn't treated with the decency of the beautiful young soul that she is when she was pulled over, so that the media and people can see who she was. Unfortunately, she was not treated with that dignity. She was not treated with that respect. And she's forced to drop on her knees with shorts on the side of the street with traffic ongoing.
Oh, God.
And from there, the same way she complied, but she's of course traumatized. She's scared for her life. One wrong move, she could be gone with these guns drawn on her.
What was this?
And following her arrest, she's put in handcuffs.
What was this? What's her name? Police findings in a 30-year-old Mika Miller.
She's
of
30.
Myrtle Beach. Is that?
She had to drop to her knees with shorts on.
Wait, did
Sunday, October 8,
No, that's a
2023.
different. No, that's a different one.
Did they say she was in a stolen car?
No, I don't think. No, she got pulled over. NMB High School. Let me see. I don't think this. I think this is a chick that was just pulled over. Let's see. Myrtle Beach. Oh, damn, that's the only thing that we got on there.
I smut that dark butt queen out. Just for the record. Nobody asked, but
she's beautiful though. Nah, she's beautiful. Yeah.
Hug spit in her
Yeah.
butt, all that. No doubt.
Yeah, man. Wow, man.
He's doing the most.
May.
With some breaking news and a major update to a story we know many of you have been following closely. This is the case of the deadly punch outside a D.C. restaurant that led to the death of Vivek Taneja, a Northern Virginia tech executive.
Yes, a WUS
is surviving, bitch. That what you been watching the fucking debates.
Restaurant that led to the death of Vivek Taneja, a Northern Virginia tech executive.
Yes, a WUSA 9 just learned the grand jury declined to press charges against the man who dealt that deadly blow. Our Delia Gonzalez has been following this case every step of the way.
Yeah, Delia is live outside at Cato at 15th and L Streets Northwest. And Delia, I guess, what led the grand jury to its decision?
That is the question that's on the minds of many folks who've been paying close attention to this case. You know, sources close to this investigation tell me that police gathered hours of surveillance video from dozens of cameras throughout this courtyard here outside of Aikido. That evidence was handed over to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Based on that video, law enforcement sources confirm today that the grand jury declined to press charges.
We do have a person of interest right now, and the case is currently in grand jury.
WUSA 9 was the first to report what investigators told the D.C. Alcoholic Beverage Control Board back in May. A grand jury was deciding the fate of the person of interest police said punched Vivek Taneja outside Aikido in February. Police say the 41-year-old tech executive hit his head on the concrete, falling into a coma. He died a week later.
He was a very generous person and wasn't somebody who always looked for trouble. He always was willing to help others. And I'm just, I'm shocked.
Now, a month after learning about the secret grand jury proceedings, law enforcement sources confirm that grand jury declined to indict this former police officer. WUSA 9 has learned the man served with Arlington County Police from 2012 to 2014.
Neither party appeared to be overserved or for that matter intoxicated.
Restaurant managers testified before the ABC board that both men attended a soft opening for Aikido. Sources telling us they left 12 minutes apart. Once outside, police said the man was being inappropriate with Taneja's date. And as he tried to defend her, the two got into a physical altercation. The ABC board found Aikido was not responsible for the deadly fight. A spokesperson for Aikido maintained as much, and in a statement telling WUSA 9, quote, the altercation took place in the courtyard, and the victim was found roughly 300 feet away from our doors and outside of our sight lines.
I really wish the world was a safer place.
There are still a number of unanswered questions at this point. What were the exact charges the grand jury was considering? And did they see something in that video that led them to this decision? We still don't have those answers. They are very critical to understanding what happened here. You can count on me to continue to ask those questions. I'm talking to the U.S. Attorney's Office, and I'll let you know as soon as I hear back from them. For now, we're live in Northwest. Delia Gonzalez, WUSA 9.
Yeah, Dee, you brought up the same questions that we were just talking.
White
That's
man
unfortunate.
Yeah, if he was black, man, they would have strung him up by a tree, man.
Here's another story that's all new for you tonight. When we talk about people who make an impact on this place we call home, we're often talking about people putting in the time and work to help our children.
One of those people worked at the Bald Eagle Recreation Center in Southwest DC for 26 years, but now he's being moved. As Alexis Wainwright reports, some neighbors in that community aren't happy about it.
I don't know anybody in this ward in DPR or across the city that work harder than Mark Wiggins.
Shock quickly turned into motivation for more than 40 people in Ward 8, voicing their concerns about a D.C. Department of Parks Recreation employee who's been reassigned to another location.
You're talking about recreation, where there needs to be relationship, where there needs to be engagement.
People like Jimmy Jenkins met Mark Williams at a young age and credit his programs for putting them on the right track for success.
I met him at 16, you know.
Look at that, man. That's right there, man. That's like 100 years in the penitentiary.
The one in the middle.
Yeah, but that's deep in Southeast. That's deep Southeast.
Southwest, ain't it? Ain't it Southwest?
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's on the southwest side of South Capitol. Yeah. I think that's probably on the southwest side of Bald Eagle.
Yeah,
But
so
it's
it's
all the
like,
way at the end of South Capitol, right?
right, yeah, right. This is like going out towards the wharf and shit, you know? Well, M
Nah,
Street.
Bald Eagle. Nah. Bald Eagle's the other way. That's past like where the army base is.
You talking about the Navy Yard?
No, not the Navy Yard. Nah, the Bowling Air Force
Oh,
Base over by Lecky.
that
Yeah,
side.
over by
Oh,
Lecky
South
Elementary. You got to
Capitol.
go past. Yeah. Or is that? Yeah. It's well, not. Is that
Okay.
MLK though? All the way at the end. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bald Eagle. So you
don't
know
mind.
what's crazy though? I think
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
don't know. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. So my son played basketball at the other Joe, and he got moved randomly too, like last week. So I don't know if they traded places, but something must have happened, like in the something because yeah, my son's basketball coach. He just got. I didn't know this dude happened, but I go to another rec center. My son played another rec center. He just randomly, like last week, he just got traded. So I don't know. Something must have happened and maybe they had because it's crazy because my son basketball coach, like he was there, like he wasn't going anywhere no time soon, like he had no plans on it. He had all these things he was trying to do with the team, so it to me it was a shock. They told me like last week and I was like, oh, so now hearing this is crazy. So I'm wondering what must have happened for that trade, or if they just switched up a rapper.
Yeah, they probably just
Because they said they said they traded him, right? They moved him somewhere, and that's what happened to my son's coach.
He can trust, right, or who understand our community. And Mark is that guy. He feels bad he's been moved, but he gonna comply. But we're gonna fight for him.
Councilman Trayon White leading this fight for Williams to stay in Ward 8 outside of DPR's Hype Night event Friday, where we also spoke with the program's director.
We make staff moves all the time. We don't speak on personnel changes, but we send our resources where they're best needed.
We should not be making unilateral decisions about personnel because that's community, that's impact, that's it breaks the morale of the community when they know a loving,
That's
caring
their
person
job.
like that has been removed.
And Councilman White believes this reassignment came after Williams made a post online about bad treatment towards some of those kids. But DPR would not say what led to this decision. Now, White says he will continue to work to make sure voices and concerns about William being moved.
Yeah, you ain't smashing this Joe Olsen, man.
I might. I ain't gonna kick her out.
You want to kick her out of bed?
Nah, I wouldn't kick her out of bed. She could get it probably. Back in the day, before I was, what I'm saying, a committed man.
We start here at 10 with breaking news. Several people shot today as they gathered for a memorial service. Our Charlie DeMar was there and spoke with people who were inside the ceremony when the shots were fired. He's live from Advocate Christ Medical Center where some of the victims are being treated. Charlie?
Joe, good evening. The Salvation Army in Blue Island was filled with family and friends of a 19-year-old woman who was shot and killed earlier this month in Chicago. Her family says they believe today's shooting was retaliation. A celebration of life came to a tragic end around 3:30.
Mayhem, and just broke out.
Police say fired shots from a car into the Blue Island Salvation Army, where a repast service was being held for Princess Jemiah Bell, who died earlier this month in a separate shooting.
We were here.
This girl got smoked, and at her memorial, 3 people get shot at her memorial.
That's crazy.
Yo, this community is fucking shit, man. But if you haven't taken the $5 challenge this week, Friday, it would be a good day to take the $5 challenge, man, on a Friday.
I mean, to think of this happening in any other community, it's absurd. Maybe the Umbrella community, and even then, shit.
Maybe, yeah, even that would be a little bit surprising.
The fact that this girl got shot, man, is I think that right there, the fact that she got shot in the street and murdered in the street, and it's not like the only shooting that happened in like that week, that year. Like if this was a white town, that would be the only shooting that happened that year.
Yeah, probably.
And it would be like a crazy event. Like it would have been like it would have like pumped the brakes, like everything would have stopped. Maybe 10 people got shot that day. With the day she got shot in this city, maybe 10 people got shot that day. 20 people.
This Chicago, it was like that day was like 30 people, dog.
Thank you. Yeah.
Right.
Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Calvert, and aka the real MVP coming through once again.
Who died earlier this month in a separate shooting.
We were here memorializing my granddaughter, Jemiah Bell. She was shot and she succumbed to a wound.
Kenneth Allison was inside the Salvation Army when the shots were fired. Police say a concealed carry holder at the service fired back at the shooters. At least 3 people were wounded in an exchange of gunfire.
There's a lot of young people and they're upset because my granddaughter, you know, they loved her. And then, of course, some of her friends are wanting revenge. So I guess this is all retaliation from that.
As police frantically searched for the shooters, officers could be seen running towards a potential suspect. Moments later, a man was put in handcuffs.
And it's always tragic, and it's always sad. And when you see these incidents layer on top of each other, and if it is indeed a retaliatory incident, we do not know for sure yet. This area has seen too many of these, and it's always tragic and it's always sad.
Glenn Holt says he rushed to pick up his son from a nearby daycare.
The daycare did a good job of putting the kids on lockdown and things like that, making sure all the children were safe.
And along with Bell, an 18-year-old acquaintance of hers was also shot and killed in that shooting earlier this month. Meanwhile, 2 of the victims from today's shooting are being treated for minor injuries. We are told that one of the shooting victims is being treated for a critical injury. We are live tonight from Advocate Christ Medical Center.
Hey,
Go ahead.
She was in the streets, bruh.
I bet.
Yeah,
she had people willing to retaliate for her. She was a nurse,
she was
but
just
nobody retaliated.
She was just in this hood blog with all the little hood boogers with guns. She talking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was just doing that, and then she got killed. But she got killed because they was probably mainly aiming at the dude she was with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I believe.
Right. Yeah.
I believe.
Did you work that case?
Nah, this is not my area, but I did. I know about it.
Right.
Yeah.
She was a ride or die.
She was with the shit, man. She was a thug missus, man.
Yeah, salute to my black queens. They always holding us down when we doing the dirt. We always got somebody to come home to. Salute to y'all. You are appreciated.
Man, they love us, man. Can't nobody say ever.
Look at them queens right there in Wakanda, though. You see her? That bonnet queen.
Yeah.
They run the world, bro.
I'm telling you,
you saw that drink. You saw that drink.
Yeah, don't be talking about my Fordyce queens, man. Watch it out.
No, I ain't lying to you. Hey, as I was watching them do that interview, I was looking to see if they had like vacation property out there.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man.
Dead ass.
Seeing 2 children Wednesday.
Yeah, man.
And then there's a scene that left people in a Franklin neighborhood terrified. Thanks for watching. I'm Tom Shad. Home surveillance cameras on Norfleet Street caught a man chasing 2 children Wednesday. He was armed with a knife, and if it weren't for a brave but calm response, the situation may have ended differently. Michelle Wolf has a story you'll see only on 10.
Terrell Magette was sitting on his front porch talking with his brother. Suddenly, a little boy and girl came running towards them.
I was sitting on my steps here, and the little girl, she said, "There's a man chasing us with a knife."
Majette tells us the boy ran home while the girl ran up onto his porch, terrified.
Instantly, I went in the house and I grabbed my firearm and I came outside. And as soon as I stepped on my porch, my brother was telling me from the car, he's saying, "Hey, bro, he's charging, he's charging."
Majette's doorbell camera caught the exchange.
Hey, go back. Go back. Go back. Ain't nobody over here, guys. Go back that way.
Excuse me.
Go back that way.
Can I come in your house? Yes, come on.
Please go back that way.
Come on.
Call 911. We're okay. Go back down to your place. Yes, I'm safe. You got a knife in your hand. I'm at my house. Go back home. Going into protection mode, going into father mode, that was the first thing.
Majette's wife, Rachel, ushered the child inside as she called 911.
She was shaking up. She was crying. And by the time she got home, I think she was still crying, her grandma said.
10 on Your Side obtained additional doorbell video that clearly shows the man with the knife trying to charge at the children next door, then begins stabbing at the ground.
The last thing I wanted to do was harm him or see him harm any one of these kids. I was robbed at gunpoint in 2019 in Atlanta, and it shook me to the core. So I've been, dealing with that and being clinically diagnosed with PTSD from the VA. When she came up, all I could think about was, if it was my child, what would I do?
The incident report from Franklin police revealed the man to be 29 years old and known to police. He was taken to a nearby hospital. Majette could not have asked for a better outcome given the stressful situation.
I'm just glad I was able to maintain my composure and de-escalate the situation.
The children who were chased were not.
Hey man, shout out to that son, man. Yo, he exercised every ounce of composure. Yo, mad respect to that, bro.
Yeah. What's up?
If you want to see old girl alive in one of her last videos, the video is on YouTube, 70th and Ada, and then it's like a blog and go to like the 3 minute and 50 second.
70th?
Yeah, 70th space and then Ada, ADA, and then it should be a word from the trenches and go to like the 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
Word from the trenches. This one?
Yeah, that's her right there.
Oh, she a little hoodie.
I've been out here for a couple of years. And this station,
About
so
3
we
minutes
be
and 50
out
seconds.
here. Free his ankle. We outside, my ankle free. We outside till 7 o'clock.
New goes like a break his shit. Two bitches love me and they
Look at them, they playing spicy. I fuck police. Bro, this ain't that bro. Hell no. Hold on.
That nigga better not
Man, you see all the hoes like that? Damn, I need to drive. I gotta get around.
That's her?
Oh, right there. That's her.
Oh Lord.
Don't put that in that vlog.
What's your welfare process?
Coming in hot.
Wow.
Yeah, man, what we at with it, man?
Man, strict ass shit, man. 70th and 8 on front now.
Strict, yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, this y'all block.
Hell yeah, this our shit. Strictly to the code. STC.
Yeah, this Inglewood.
Yeah, this Inglewood. Yeah. I'm Lil J. This Bunker. And I got my do it in the bag.
You already know a whole lot of 8-ball, GMB, CMB, CVG shit. Shout out to we from right here all the way to the 8 to the O. You already know.
Yeah.
You see them down now. You see them 8s and them stricts down.
You said this called who? Strict?
Strict.
Yeah, what they're talking about.
Strict in. Yeah, strict.
I mean, they don't talk like this when they're not on camera, though. But they talking like, you know what I'm saying? They talking like, like gang shit, like the hood and shit.
Extra fly shit.
Yeah, they overdoing it a little bit.
We from 69 to 70. What is Diddy and that?
Would we think that these are real
N-words? You know who hood I
They
thought they
refer to
was?
themselves that way?
Remember, I think I told you about it.
Man, that's phone up shit, man. We ain't trying to do this. This right here is phone up. This is strict shit. I ain't doing none of that. None of that. Ain't none of that who shit. This was who used to be right here. This strict them shit.
Hey, he ain't lying.
And them Ace be with them.
That's yeah. But you thought we was 70-30
The weed spot.
Nah, but look, the weed spot, that's family. On phone, that's family. Shout out to 5, man. You know, that's family for sure. Look, actually, when we go down to the block, you gonna see that. You know?
Y'all gotta get.
Wow, she dead. She dead. Life, nah. She probably think about how much trouble she done fucking stirred up and shit, and how much trouble she done, how many dudes she done got hit at,
set up and shit, right?
She probably was getting niggas backdoor, all types of shit, bro.
Yeah, or if she just get in an argument with you, she just be like, man, I had some niggas come kill you, nigga. You fucking know what fuck I ain't be with, da 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 da. And be literally telling the truth, man. Like, honestly, man. Yeah.
Get in here too. Follow, you got my bestie now, yeah, my cousin.
Hey, I'll come.
We out here.
And y'all grew up around?
Yeah. I've been out here for a couple years.
So we out here.
This station, you know, so we know we be out here. We got, you know, what's up? You already know. You already know this. That's my fucking brother. That's my brother. Yeah, we got brothers in this shit. Roll up, bro. I just my life, that shit. You roll up, nigga. Like he said, it's from the whole strip. That's phone drive. That's phone. Look at him. Phone man's tweaking. That's my dudes. My stupid ass dudes. That hot ass guy over there. But like I said, for this whole strip, Don't go hell no. It's been to one way.
Went up troops.
It's been to one way. Motherfuckers better not play crazy on this bitch. For now.
Y'all posted
every fucking day.
Some niggas gonna pay their blocks.
Hey, look, I ain't even gonna speak onto all that, but motherfuckers live on the block. Motherfuckers live on this block. So, hey, we got every house. Like, man, niggas, I know every car over here. Can't nobody get up on us.
Make sure he put it in park.
You right on the middle. You right. I always thought this shit was retarded, bro. You sitting in the middle of your block and you got ops, bro. Like,
Yep, man, that was her, man.
You know, that's unfortunate because for real, shorty, she just wanna be a girl. She just wanna like fit in. She just want attention from the guys. But this is the shit that she gotta like expose herself to.
Man, stop sipping, man. Stop sipping, man.
He is definitely sipping. He like, man,
what else is she gonna do though, man?
You said what else is she gonna do? What 90% of the girls do? Go to college.
Not some women. Not some women.
Go to college, get dumbass degrees, and become a fucking a defense attorney or activist.
A teacher.
Or a teacher, right?
These the niggas that's lit in their neighborhood.
Yeah, man.
I mean, naturally, bro, women are gonna gravitate towards them.
That's what they do, right? They the cool niggas. They you know what I'm saying? They the tough niggas, man. Come on, man. This biologically.
Bro, she 19.
It's biological, bro.
She already graduated high school, bro.
They
She
can't
could have
fight
went to
this
college
on
like
the-
all her other friends in high school. A lot of black women in that hood, they go to college, bro. A lot of them.
Yeah, of course. And then there's her.
She made that choice. Shit, she ain't had no kids.
But even in college, though, even in college, you don't think that some of them, a good number of them, are making the same choices? They was at my college. Maybe probably not yours, but in my college, they was making the same choices. They was going to college and fucking with the local hood niggas around that city.
That shit is all the
So,
time, bro.
I mean, yeah, that's what I thought happened. But all right, she was just trying to fit in. Those niggas are the tough guys.
I mean, but by that logic, then all the dudes is trying to fit in. Everybody trying to fit in. It's decisions you make. It's like this. Like that girl right there. She probably is a whole piece of shit if you meet her. Like if you a dude from another neighborhood and you date her, like she'll probably steal from you and shit like that, or probably what I'm saying, talk crazy to you because she knows she got them niggas behind her, but she don't know that you got niggas too, and that's probably what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got niggas, but yeah, girls like that think their niggas is the only ones that got guns or the only ones that's hard.
She was in a car with one of their shooters though. That's what really happened.
Yeah, especially if they see some shit like if they see if they on the block and if niggas come through dumping and they survive, or they just see niggas with a bunch of guns, that make hoes like that arrogant, man. It make them real arrogant and real like ghetto snotty, like not snotty like girls from Beverly Hills, but snotty like hood bitches. Hood snotty bitches be ready to fucking end your life drop of a hat.
And Chicago is like in a whole different like thing with like these hood bitches now. You know how like the hood dudes, whatever, those shooters and shit, they basically get famous off of like social media, blah blah this. All these hood bitches are famous off of all these teen trends and shit. They the ones that be like basically organizing it. So when she got killed, she was literally, it was like a celebrity went down. One of the leaders of the ratchet bitches went down.
Right.
Yeah, so everybody knew her. Like, soon as she got killed, everybody was like, "Man, I just saw her on that blog, man. Yeah, we was kicking it at the Bean doing a teen trend." Da, 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 da. Like, everybody knew her.
Wow.
I imagine her father is heartbroken.
I'm telling you, man.
Her father, she probably
Hey, yo, I've been listening.
Well, he killed 2 people.
But yo, I be hearing some of them like them young chicks rap, especially from the Midwest. Some out in Chicago. Like them chicks, man. Them chicks, they like the first rappers to really kind of like scare me. Like I done listened to a lot of deranged, demented rap music. None of it really scared me. But these new chicks, the way they talk, it's like, yo, it's scary.
Your mic is scary, man. What happened to your mic, man? Your mic ain't never sounded like this,
These headphones. I need to jump off, fellas. So, yo, but I'm gonna wrap to y'all. Gay, man. Good seeing everybody. Good being with y'all tonight, man. Y'all take care, man.
For sure, bro.
Go buy a mic, man.
Yeah, they
Isn't
like
pretty much everybody under 25.
They like little
scary?
pit bulls, man. Little pit bulls, man. That's what you gotta call them.
Yeah, they definitely little fucking. I don't trust them little hoes like that. Little chicks like that, man. Your life means nothing to them, and the life of the shooters in their hood mean nothing to them. But they'll put them to work. They're sending them on a mission over some stupid shit.
Well, he killed 2 people, and the victims' families fear he easily could kill again.
Emotions ran high inside the courtroom today as a judge handed down the sentence for the gruesome murders. A warning, some of the details you may find disturbing.
19 News reporter Katie Tursick picks up the story from here.
He took 2 lives. That's disgusting. That's a monster. The society is not safe with somebody like Malik walking around.
Disturbing.
2 lives taken, 2 families changed forever. Today, Malik Blackwell sentenced to life in prison.
He killed Timothy Nash. He killed Anthony Norman, my daughter's father. He left him in cold blood.
Both murders happened last year, just 3 months apart. The victims were targeted and the details disturbing.
Multiple gunshots that each of these victims sustained was clearly an execution. Their bodies were mutilated with gunshots.
Unimaginable pain for 2 families who want the answer they may never get. Why?
Our life is different. It will never be the same.
The judge sent a message by running the sentences consecutively. Blackwell is just 22 years old. His first chance of parole will be in 68 years when he is 90. And for the families, even that is too soon.
And justice will not be served if he ever gets out again.
In Cleveland, Katie Tursek, 19 News.
That guy's
Some white
22.
people- Yeah, some white people will come save him one day. Some white liberals may come save him.
Yeah, it wasn't no DNA evidence or no shit like that, or some new technology come out in 30 years. It wasn't none of that.
Exactly.
You know?
That nigga look like he 35, bro.
It's time. It's time. This white liberals got plenty of time to cook up something.
Right now, Stark County Sheriff's deputies are searching for a man in connection with the shooting death of his 7-year-old son.
Yeah, our Annabelle Childers is live at the King's Inn in Canton with the latest on this case. Annabelle, what are you learning right now?
Yeah, this is definitely a heartbreaking situation. And it's one that the Stark County Sheriff's Office says has been hard on those deputies that first responded to the motel this morning. They found that 7-year-old boy dead inside. And now they're working to arrest his father, 37-year-old William Dolch. He is wanted on a charge of having weapons under disability. And 911 calls do give us a little bit of insight into the scene that
This white dude gonna kill himself.
Kill himself, or you gonna do the suicide by cop thing.
Yeah, he's not going to get taken in.
these first responders walked into.
I don't know what happened. My son-in-law has a gunshot wound.
This is the call that came from a Knights Inn motel room to a Stark County 911 operator at 1 o'clock Friday morning.
I was just sitting here, we were folding a blanket, and then he was standing and getting ready to brush his teeth for the night. I don't know what happened. I don't know where it came from or anything.
Between short bursts of panic and yelling her son's name, a mom says her son is shot in the middle of his back.
I have a lot of people coming.
Over the next 6 minutes, the 911 operator asks questions and tries to offer help.
What do I do? Okay,
hold on. Where is it at?
In his back, And he's, Kamarion.
Is he alert and talking to you?
Kamarion, no. He's
Kamarion,
what do I do? I hold pressure on the back.
Hold pressure on it. Just hold on 1 second.
When those
She sounds like she's
first
acting.
responders arrived, the Stark County Sheriff's Office says they transported the boy to a local hospital, but he died from his injuries. In the 911
She sounds pretty calm for a
call,
woman whose kid was
asked the
shot.
mom who is in the room. She says multiple times that she
was hella calm, hella measured for somebody. Yeah, that shit was crazy. She wasn't like you would think, like just out of like seeing your kid shot, right, bleeding out. You think you would just be screaming or hysterical or something? Whew.
I would feel like my parents didn't love me if they weren't
Police are
hysterical.
expecting another busy.
Exactly.
Seeing me get shot.
Right.
Like, damn, you really ain't give. I probably was a
Right.
mistake.
It literally sounded like she didn't give a fuck.
And with that for him this weekend, police are expecting another busy weekend in another part of the city, Fells Point.
Fox 45 Jeff Abel joins us live from Fells Point with growing concerns over how police are addressing the crowds. Jeff.
Well, as you can see here in Fells Point, they've already begun closing many of the streets leading into Fells Point here tonight and saturating the area with officers as they struggle to get ahead of some of the problems here. But tonight, some experts tell us the solution could be a lot closer than they think. As the summer crowd grows in Fells Point, the summer problems grow too.
We've got teens.
You see that cut?
And
That was
unfortunately,
racist.
we've seen
Lord.
guns, and guns have been.
Some nigga with skinnies on and some white Air Forces. Oh shit.
But did you hear what they was doing? They were saying when they cut to that boy.
Yeah,
that shit racist.
I'm telling you.
Lights on. And if lights don't work, Smith says pumping a dose of adverse music in the air just may.
The reason that these young people are coming to this area is because they apparently need a place to party. So you want to make it not a fun place to party.
Rank and file police officers.
Classical music.
Yo, that works, yo. You know that, right?
Yeah, it does. It worked at was that a CVS or Walgreens? I forgot where that place was.
Right there in Chicago on 71st and Jeffrey, in one of the hottest areas. They play nothing but like fucking music like that, like the little what they call that shit,
classical,
like orchestra music and
So
shit.
could you de-escalate? Could you de-escalate a robbery with some classical music?
No. The whole thing with the classical music is for they won't loiter. They won't just stand there and be there all fucking night just drinking or selling drugs, they'll pick a new place because they like this shit is annoying as fuck.
It's repellent. It's like a repellent
That's
for
weaponizing, racially weaponizing classical music.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the frequency. Like when blacks make music, they make it to their frequency. You know, the jungle music, the hip hop, the drill. That's made with our frequency that we walk with, the frequency that our
A
body
little more
vibrates.
bass, a little more bottom end.
Classical music it vibrates on a different frequency, and it's almost, I can see it almost being like you know, those dog whistles. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that, or like whatever that thing, that noise they do to repel animals or whatever. It could be like that because our frequency, man, our frequency is way different than the frequency of the people who came up with classical music. Even when blacks tried to do classical music, they couldn't do it, so they had to create jazz because there's too much structure in classical music. Blacks can only do it improv, or you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying. We can't do classical music, just read the sheet music and play it the same way every time. We have to like do it improvisational. So we made jazz, which is really just freestyle classical music. So it's like that classical music vibrates on a different frequency than we do. So yeah, I'm sure that it actually like irritates us, especially those of us with low IQs.
I look at them playing this classical music like remember Spider-Man when he got taken over by Venom, and then like the way to get the fucking the suit to like get off of him was he had to get uh he had to be near a bell, and then they'll just bang it real loud, and then that frequency would just like scare the fucking Venom suit off of him and shit. I view classical like that for sons. Like you play it, and then the sons just cover their ears and try to escape to the nearest hip hop beat they can find.
Yeah,
because most sons they're not, like you said, their frequency is not in tune with classical music.
Yeah, our frequency is heavy bass lines, you know, beats, treble, bass, boom, boom, bap. We don't we
Yeah, that's definitely my baseline, bro.
It has a narrower emotional range, is what I think you're trying to say.
Yeah, we're primal. We're more primal, more bass, BASE.
Place to party.
Rank and file police officers will not engage with juveniles.
Business owners have long complained that officers are
Good to know.
reluctant to enforce the law. The police union complains that city leaders and city policies have handcuffed officers from doing their jobs. Smith says the outcome will be predictable.
Everybody wants the police to do something, but if you're in a political atmosphere and if you have a mayor and a city council who don't want the children to face any consequences, then you have to live with the fact that these young people, likely many of them street gang members, are going to take over your local park and your historic area.
Well,
She
back
doesn't
here
have kids.
live, ultimately, Smith predicts it could take a tragedy before any real change takes place. We are live in Fells tonight. Jeff Abel, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.
Wow.
The level of acceptance of crime that they want us to have now.
You have to have that if you have sons around, bro. It's just
exactly.
If you don't accept crime, then you're tacitly advocating for mass incarceration.
And
Or
you're shocking yourself. You're setting yourself up to be shocked over and 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 over again.
But I'm not tacitly asking for it. I'm
Two separate
begging for
shootings
it.
in the district.
Well, I mean, there's that.
Two separate shootings in the district, leaving young men dead, both of them just 21 years old. Marcellus Jackson shot in the Deanwood neighborhood while he was visiting family. Dominique Moody spoke with his mom this evening.
It's this one, my youngest son.
Denise Wilson is in disbelief. Her youngest son, 21-year-old Marcellus Jackson, was shot and killed while visiting family and friends in D.C.'s Deanwood neighborhood early this morning.
Oh my God, it's Sale, it's your son, it's your son. I'm like, what? So I'm getting up and I'm like, no, they didn't say that because it's like a dream in your head. He over there minding his business, boom, he gone. That's crazy. That's crazy.
This morning, investigators surrounded the Northeast neighborhood trying to find out what led to the shooting.
What person would take my baby and for what? No, people don't think about these are somebody's children, somebody's brothers, somebody's cousins.
Wilson says that she and her family moved away from that Northeast neighborhood where her son was shot and killed at last night. She says that her house was shot several times in previous years. Wilson says her son graduated high school.
So her son's house was shot up several times in previous years, but then she doesn't understand. But the way she acted like was as if she had never heard of like Blackistan, and then you come to find out that her house had been shot up previous times.
Bro, what the fuck was that? Like, she can't be serious. Look at him. He's throwing up the wires and shit in pictures. And this picture is super old, and he was still gangbanging back in the day.
Am I missing the timeline? Did her son die the night before she did this interview?
Yeah.
First off,
again, I cannot believe the sort of calm. You cannot imagine that she's talking about a dead son. You think she's talking about her purse she left at the grocery store.
But that and check this out. How old do you think this picture is right here? How old you think he is, right?
5 years, maybe.
So he's 16 probably in this, right? 16, 15.
21. He's 21 years old. So
but I'm talking about in this picture. I'm thinking he like 16 in this picture.
Right.
What? That's 5 fucking years or whatever it is. That means in 5 years, they probably couldn't find a better picture of him without holding a gun at this point, because this is the best picture that they got. And in this picture, he's throwing gang signs up.
Yeah, I don't know about gang signs in DC, but that's like a hood sign, maybe.
Yeah, it's the Y's. That's what they call it, the Y's. They're just saying they throwing up the Y's, whatever the fuck. It's still some hood shit. It's hood culture.
Yeah, definitely.
Neighborhood trying to find out what led to the shooting.
What person would take my baby and for what? No, people don't think about these are somebody's children, somebody's brothers, somebody's cousins.
Wilson says that she and her family moved away from that Northeast neighborhood where her son was shot and killed at last night. She says that her house was shot several times in previous
made her
years.
life hell. Wilson says her son graduated high school in 2021 and was working to find a more permanent job. In 2007, she says her son was one of dozens of victims injured during the annual Unifest fair in Anacostia.
Oh my God.
When Tanya Bryant plowed into a crowd of people.
Hard to take it.
Yeah, I remember that day. I remember when that happened. Unifest, it's like just a regular black block party, but for a neighborhood, like a community festival and shit.
Is that go-go shit?
Well, they have go-go acts there, but it's just like Southeast. It was like they have Georgia Avenue Day uptown. This is like Southeast. It's just like a festival for people to come together, and you got some vendors out there, but mostly people just standing on the street and just watching shit go by. This black woman plowed into the crowd, killed a bunch of people.
In 2007, she says her son was one of dozens of victims injured during the annual Unifest fair in Anacostia when Tanya Bryant plowed into a crowd of people.
Hard to take in. My eyes puffy, my head hurting. All I've been doing is crying. Because I'm like, this is my baby.
Investigators say anyone with information about Thursday morning's fatal shooting is asked to contact DC police. As for Wilson, she says the crime across the area needs to be addressed.
It's appalling. I just don't want to be here no more. When am I going to do anything about that? She doesn't want to talk to any parents. we're not going to do anything. We need to start helping these parents. Start listening to the parents and start bringing up better solutions.
In the district, Dominique Moody.
Man, there are no solutions.
We gotta help these parents.
There are no solutions, man. Oh yeah, let me do this story about Disney, man. Let me do this Disney story before I forget.
She asked
If
who
you
would
have
do
to take,
this.
yeah,
She asked who would do this, and all I'm thinking about the same people that shot up your house multiple times would do this.
exactly. They would, those people, ma'am, the people that have shot up your house, the people that like literally, if he was hanging around Deanwood, like Deanwood is not like Mayberry, man. Deanwood is a place where it's a lot going on over there, man. And every dude around there think they hard, every one of them. So it's like
how
he was around there, yeah. Go ahead.
Is there relief in her? It's over now. This guy that's just been having guns, you know, I don't see grief there. I don't see it, man.
Nah, I
At
don't
all.
see grief either. Yeah, I didn't see grief either.
He's made her life hell.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's happy. Like, yeah, she's definitely relieved at like about him not like being a bother, a burden in her life.
It's gonna be a lot less bullets coming through her windows now with him gone.
Salute the regular Degler. Something wrong with the Sun Man mind. Facts.
I see anger, man. You know, I see anger because she won't be able to get any more food stamps. Less food stamps, less crab legs. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. Let me.
Nah, he was over the food stamp age, man. She wasn't getting it for him.
Yeah. You know, another thing too, like these women, like so much crime. There's so much crime. Then you mix that with the fact that they don't really like sisters don't really have like empathy and that like sisters don't have that same thing like a white girl might have. Like a white girl or a Hispanic girl, we're all different, right? All the root groups are different. Sisters are kind of callous, man. They are kind of callous, man. They lead the think about it. They have the most abortions. That's something that, you know, speaks to a callousness. You know what I'm saying? If you lead the country in murdering your babies in a efficient what's the word? A saline type of way. It's kind of like a
sterile sort of
sterile way of murdering your kids. Then like a lot of things sisters do are callous. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that, you know, they have many baby fathers or many children's fathers. They're pretty callous. I can see the callousness in other aspects of sisters that shows up when we see them in these interviews, man. I can see that. Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. Salute to Eric S. Ock Nation Hall of Fame. And we haven't been able to get over 300 tonight, man. That's crazy. Numbers, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, man. Why the numbers so low tonight? I have no idea, man. But we'll get to that. We'll let me see something. Let me see.
Some hidden camera stuff here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Certainly there have been times where, you know.
Let's see. All right. Here we go.
Certainly there have been times where, you know, there's no way we're hungry or whatnot.
Just kind of unspoken.
There are times when it's spoken, but
how would they say it?
There's no way we're hungry or whatnot. They'd say
Like straight to you, or okay.
they'd be very careful how they message that to agents.
According to these videotapes, Disney blatantly discriminates against white men in particular.
I think I'm sort of like well prepared for it. I'm well positioned for it. But as far as Disney's concerned, I'm a white male. That's not who they're looking to promote at the moment.
As a white guy, even Michael has his own doubts about the possibility for advancement for himself at Disney. In fact, Michael actually got to experience Disney's discrimination against white males firsthand.
I've been at the company 11 years now, so I have friends in HR and I have friends in those divisions. And they're like, look, nobody else is going to tell you this, Mike, but they're not considering any white males for the shop. They're just not. That's not what they want.
They even passed over a qualified half-black person for a promotion because they didn't look black enough.
We wanted to hire somebody in the department a few years ago now, who was half black, but didn't appear half black. And there was a creative executive who was like, "We're not that's not what's wrong." Like they wanted somebody in meeting to appear a certain way, and he wasn't gonna bring that to the meeting. I mean, it kind of feels like we're at some point there's going to be a lawsuit. That's kind of how it feels, just because of
And that is a lawyer talking. So how does Disney explain pushing these discriminatory practices? They use code words and buzzwords.
I'm guessing that there is a acceptable code words and buzzwords that are used to explain what they're looking for. They might say something like, look, we're not looking at the usual suspects for this job. So it's not a legally actionable thing, but everybody knows what it means. They, for writers and actors, you hear all the time, looking to hire writers and actors who bring diversity. I'm not looking to bring on any more clients who are white.
Welcome to the Disney Tapes. My name is James O'Keefe, standing here in Burbank, California, outside Disney corporate headquarters. This is our first part in a series about blatant discrimination and woke policies at the Walt Disney Company. To say that the Disney Company has had a tumultuous 5 years, well, that would be an understatement. Major box office flops, a losing battle with the state of Florida, and a stock that is one of the worst performers on Wall Street. And as you'll probably conclude from this report, as well as recent shareholder rumblings, almost all of Disney's recent failings are as a result of Bob Iger and the cast of characters here at Disney that are trying to force woke DEI policies into every aspect of Disney's vast media empire. What used to be a highly profitable company by being the gold standard of family entertainment has taken a sharp downturn in the wake of all of its wokeness. Under CEO Bob Iger's leadership, Disney's downfall likely started with the insane hiring practices amongst its executives and creative teams. One of their top senior vice presidents claims that they not only discriminate against white men when recruiting and hiring middle management, they actually give bonuses for hiring and retaining employees that are specifically not white. According to these videotapes, Disney blatantly discriminates against white men in particular. Not a week goes by without a news headline about potential medical supply shortages, threats to our infrastructure or power grid. And you remember what they pulled during the last pandemic. Certain medications were mysteriously out of stock. No way will I ever let that happen again.
Eric S., man, what's up? Eric?
Yes.
What's going on?
Can you hear me? Oh, big fan of the show.
Yeah, salute. You Eric S. from Cash App?
Yes.
Salute to you, bro. Salute to you, man. This brother's donates every episode, man. Salute to you, man.
So yeah, that's my home. Thank you. That's my hometown, Fordyce. I wanted to chime in. It was my first time calling in on a live show.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So I was born and raised there. I went to K through 12 there. I was up to there about 20, 21, 22. I go down about 4 times a year, do a little hunting, just family get together, stuff like that, and whatever. So it just, it's kind
But
of.
what we saw there is that what the women are like there, or is that was just an aberration?
No, that's pretty much what it's like. I mean, it was, to the town don't shrunk. It was about 5,600 when I was living there, and the town done shrunk a lot. I didn't realize it was down 3,200. I mean, it definitely changed. I see all the stuff change and stuff. So it's a great little town or whatever. Man, it's pretty sunny, but it can be sketchy at times. There's been some stuff maybe don't make the news or maybe don't make the government more, but it's been a pretty good town for the most part and whatnot.
It seemed like a good place to retire if you want to stay out the way and you still want to be around some people that look like you. What you think? Slow, nice and slow like that?
Yeah, it's definitely slow. I mean, my folks they still there. I'm going there next month actually. I got aunties and uncles still there, so everybody, people that's always worked. A lot of jobs have left out of the town, so they go on to the next town over. People, commute 30 miles away to different manufacturers and things of that nature. But I mean, it was a great town. Coming up, it wasn't no race, races. You always hear, like I said, I'm growing up in South Arkansas. You never did hear, it wasn't no real races that they all like to call it or whatever. I didn't know. You never did hear the word nigga, growing up, classmates, we all, like brothers and sisters. Teachers was good, everybody was good.
Sound like paradise, man. Let's keep that shit a secret, man.
Where was that?
But in my hometown of Fordyce.
Shout out.
It's like a Twilight Zone town. Like it exists in another era.
But yeah, everybody, is friendly. I always feel welcome when I go home and stuff. I go home, like I said, around hunting season. I mean, I always see more gliders when I go, but like I said, apparently it's more suns. But I always see more gliders and when I go, when I go home. So
Yeah, sons don't consistently fill out the census, so that shit they be guessing that shit.
Yeah, true. Let me see. So this Disney thing is crazy.
Using the code OMG. That's
Can you imagine?
Make sure that
doesn't hire white.
shows have diversity.
Do you think like Bob has a say in the diversity stuff when they're casting people? Like
100%.
to what
He gives the director. I mean,
for each show, for each
not that specifically, but like, hey, I want every show to substantially.
Iger even has a chief diversity officer. Now, up until recently, that was Latondra Newton, who played a big part in dragging Disney full bore into its losing culture war by promoting discriminatory hiring practices and introducing gay, lesbian, transgender, non-binary, and other characters into Disney's children's animated series and films.
Is it like an all-across thing, like all of HR? There's like that one specific person that kind of like, because I forgot the lady's name. She's the head of the.
Oh, I know you're talking about the head of the diversity.
The African American lady. Yeah. So is that like kind of her deciding?
She oversees a lot of that for sure. But it's pretty broad, I would say. There are other people in HR who are also.
So this is the woman who brought in all the trans characters into the fucking Disney movies and shit, and the gay pride flags all over Disney movies.
I don't understand. I just don't understand why that white man like go for this shit. Like what's wrong with him?
He's terrified.
Yeah, well, this guy's also like he's not a big wig. He's a cog in the wheel, and if you go to one of these places, you start speaking against diversity, man,
You're gone.
like
You're gone.
these people.
You never and word gets around and you're out.
Yeah, you're out immediately. Like, I mean, like, think about it, man. Like, this woman probably is probably the least qualified person they have of any people in her position. Say they have 10 positions like this in their company. She's probably the least qualified of any of them.
There's nothing creative about her.
Yeah, one thing she is qualified at is revenge and and retribution and things like that. So she's
Grievance.
definitely gonna have a heavy hand if you start running your mouth about whining about diversity.
Focused on there. I would say a relatively large percentage of our top writer creators happen to be there, and a lot of
Just by happenstance.
I mean, like just like if you say whatever, I don't know, whatever 10 or 15% of the population is there, I would guess that 30 to 35% of our top writers happen to be, gay, and so I think.
So the top writers at Disney, a huge swath of them are gay.
That's not surprising. So let me ask you this, if they gave you a job like this, how do you fix it? But they said to keep it diverse.
There's no way to fix something like Disney when you have a diversity, because the creative people, the people who are writing the scripts and casting the movies and things like that, those people, that's the face. That's what you see with Disney. Like, just like when you're watching the game, there's producers out there, they pick which slides are gonna go on, what stat is gonna go up on the screen, which banner is gonna go on the bottom of the screen. When they cut away to a screen, what's going. So those people are the creative part of the thing. I think when you have 35% of your writers are LGBT, I think it's too far gone. I don't think you can fix that. That's a huge number. That's a huge number. At a place that makes content for kids, Disney allegedly makes content for kids, and 35% of your writers are gay. And you can't broach pedophilia or grooming. You can't say the word grooming. You can't say the word pedo in reference to them. So yeah, man. I mean, Disney. I don't think Disney can be saved.
No.
Lean into trans stories more than the average straight writer would.
And in an odd twist, you have to be a white Jewish guy to be considered for a C-suite job. More on that next week. But now let's meet Los Angeles-based Michael Giordano, a white male and Walt Disney Senior Vice President of Business Affairs.
I do like business affairs, so like negotiations for television.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. That's really
So
cool.
not really like on the creative side. So a lot of it is like knowing like the guild agreements and the union agreements and everything. Like make offers for the writers and the actors who are going to be out working on the show, and the producers and the directors, and try to get to a place where we can be able to deal with them, help the production to budget. And so much of my job is just the negotiating room. And then other people are doing kind of the drafting of the contracts. So,
oh wow! So yeah, what's the negotiating like?
I'm like sitting down trying to figure out, okay, what are we gonna pay this actor for this role? What do we think they want?
Oh wow!
Strategize that. Everything from how you produce a show, how you distribute a show, how you exhibit a show, how you market a show, things like that. All of the negotiations and deal making that related to it.
Yeah.
One, well, actually two of our brave undercover journalist and American Swiper investigative reporters met Michael on the dating app Hinge. And aside from this story, which focused on Disney's overt discrimination against white men, you'll see later on in this report, and it'll be quite entertaining, Michael turns out to be quite the ladies' man.
How long have you been on dating out?
Not very long.
Have you been going out?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Anything like worth?
You know what's funny? No.
Let's dig right into Disney's blatant practices of discrimination. If you're wondering how Disney as a company looks at race, gender, and discrimination in the hiring process, about how they recruit and hire talent, look no further.
I think there are times when it's like so front and center. It's like great because that's the focus. Like we have we have so many shows where we're casting and we're like, yeah, we're not even going to see, certain people for it because we need that particular role to,
So is it intentional that they want, like, they only look for diverse candidates for certain roles?
Yeah. I think there's certainly a belief that it's just good for society and a big role. But there's also a belief that, like, we're going to make more money if we appeal to a wider variety of people. And it's a good thing. We have shareholders too, and so diversity helps with that.
Diversity helps with financial incentive.
Yeah.
So is it like, do you think it's more so on that side, or using like any good crisis gets put to use, or
regardless? I think the Disney regardless, but I think that there are, like, even conservative people who may not want to lean into it can easily make the argument that, like, we make more money when we appeal to a wider variety of people, and that means diversity.
Yeah.
There's a real focus.
I don't believe that. I don't believe you make more money. I don't believe you make more money when you make James Bond a black dude or you make the Equalizer a black woman. I don't think you make more money when you do that.
They've been losing billions.
Yeah, I think that's a blind spot for them. I think that sounds good on paper, but I think in reality, you make fucking Superman a disabled trans guy. It's like, I mean, no one wants to see that. People are hating. Look at Romeo and Juliet. No one likes it. Look at Little Mermaid. People don't like that shit. That stuff does. I don't think they're making money. I think they just saying that because they're being led by black women and gay people, and they're in their own bubble are saying, yeah, this is great. But they're not looking at the people, like what it's doing. Like when a movie bombs, that black woman who's in charge over there at Disney, she just thinks it's because everyone's racist. She doesn't think it's because, yo, we don't want to see a gay Hulk. It turns pink instead of green when he gets angry. We don't want to see that. She'll just call everybody homophobic and wash her hands of it. And you know what I'm saying? And not have to,
The same shit they did with that Romeo and Juliet when the Juliet was just like not fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck if, like, they could have put, like, what's the little skinny chick from out west or whatever, the one that did the list. What she do? Spider-Man or some shit?
Zendaya.
Yeah. If it was her, it would have been like, hey, shit, at least she fine, at least she beautiful, But you throw a fucking terrible fucking sun lady up there and call her Juliet, that shit is just weird, man. Nobody want to see that bullshit.
Yeah, but they'll say they don't have to answer for it because it's not a failure, it's a failure of society. We failed. They tried to show diversity, and white racist MAGA people rejected it, which emboldens them even more.
Yeah.
Like if you're woke and you're, you know what I'm saying, and you're all with because like Disney, they're all woke, so they're all Democrats and shit. They see that as, okay, let's double down on this shit.
Yeah. As much as, like, I hope, I pray like Trump wins and all that shit. I'm looking forward to the post MAGA excuse and the post MAGA, like the whole post, like everything is just, oh, MAGA Republicans or MAGA this and MAGA that. How long do you think they'll be able to keep that whole narrative going with MAGA after his last term?
MAGA is basically like what the alt-right was and what the Tea Party was before. So it's just this extension of white groups that have emerged over the years that we've seen. So I think, they'll just come up with another white group will emerge, and it'll just be, they'll be the new MAGA. They'll be like the Tea Party, like the alt-right was. So it's like any time white people consolidate and show pride and start a movement, it's going to be considered racist.
Yeah.
And then if you guys don't like anything that black people do, you have to like everything that black people do. So if you don't like anything that black people do, that's going to be attributed to racism. And then we're going to have to double down on it because you guys can't win. We can't let you win. We can't let racism win. So yeah, we just made the Hulk turn pink when he gets mad. So now we got to make fucking Aquaman gotta be a fucking one-eyed
transgender
lesbian and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys, it's not us. You guys are the problem. So yeah, that's why that's kind of like the cauldron we're in right now with all this woke stuff. Even though woke is starting to go away a little bit,
Nah, that
it's
shit
still
can't go
like
away.
hanging on. It's still hanging on.
Nah, I mean woke is very unpopular right now. Like
Yeah, it
it's very
is.
popular.
Kids
It is
start to
very
mock it
unpopular.
now. It's uncool
No,
anymore.
I got you on that, but they're also entrenched though. Like they said, no matter how unpopular woke is, Disney's got to fire 35% of their writers and take on 35% of lawsuits. Each one of those writers, if they get fired, are going to file a lawsuit, claim discrimination, and write a book or go on do an interview about all the stuff they seen. Uh, I I left my sandwich in the refrigerator in the break room one day, and no one ate it because they think I'm gay and I might have AIDS. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit they can. You
That's
know what I'm
hard.
saying?
That's pretty hard.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
fucked
Like
up. But I
seriously, that
understand.
they
I
can do
understand.
that. They can do that. They can go anywhere with that shit. So if you got 35% of your writers are fucking from that group, and then you got a black woman heading like the whole shit, yo, you can't get rid of these people, man, like that. Ain't gonna be easy.
There's going to be a lot more billions lost before they do any kind of reversal.
Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna be easy, man. It's not gonna be easy, man.
They're reshaping our culture. They have an important job to do, and if they have to lose all the stockholders' money to do it, they're fine with that because they're on a holy mission.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's like they can say anything. Like those gay people in there can be sitting in the break room talking about white men. Oh my God, fragile white men. God, white men are so fragile. And they can be in the break room talking that shit loud, audibly. But that white guy, yo, if one of them sneezes, he better bless you. If he don't say bless you before they fucking wipe their nose, he's a racist. They've they've put themselves in a box. It's kind of like when you invite a family member, like your fucking ain't shit uncle that needed a place to stay for a few days. Now it's 6 months later and this nigga still in there. His feet stink. He leaves his fucking hair in the sink when he shaves. He pisses on the seats. He's got some crackhead bitch sneaking in at night, eating up all your kids' fucking Doritos and snack packs and shit. And you can't get rid of him now. You know what I'm saying? You can't get rid of him.
That's when you hope he goes in the drive-by.
Yeah, but the drive-by will probably be at your house, and of course, he won't get hit. But yeah, it's like, yo, they've this woke shit. They've entrenched that shit. That shit is entrenched. Those people are in there. That black woman who they put in charge of diversity at Disney, who hires people now, the HR black woman, LaShonda, whatever her name was, yo, even if you get rid of her, think about how much damage she's done in hiring over the years that she's been there.
Basically wanted to abolish anything that the white man has done. But black females in general, I hate, even my mom, like, even though super straight, obviously she's old school, they like that gay shit. It's just the weirdest shit, man, with black women with that shit. I don't know. Oh, let me just hang out with them. I'm like, Mom, it's fucking gay.
That's all women. That's all women, man.
Yeah, that's the truth.
It's all women, but black women are a little bit different because they like, just like anything, they do it a little bit extra. You know what I'm saying? Just like anything.
Mm-hmm.
So like they're gonna be more extra with it. You probably wouldn't see a white gay guy beating the shit out of a white woman in a white neighborhood in the street, and people just standing around like cheering it on, like, oh, they fighting. But if you go to a hood, a gay dude can fight a girl. You know what I'm saying? A gay dude can fight a girl in a black hood. Like they just different, man. They just do it differently, man. Yeah, but though they're entrenched in these places, man. Like you want to, if you think you just gonna, oh, woke is not popular anymore, everything's all good now. No, woke isn't popular now, and they're pissed off, and they're all in high places, and they're pissed off. And they're gonna try to show you, and of course that's gonna make it more unpopular. Yeah, definitely. I'll give you that. That them being in all these high places and in essential positions in almost every institution, and them feeling like, oh, okay, the world is turning against us. We got to go extra woke. Yeah, that's gonna fucking, yeah, that may cause the culture war that they're talking about. That may cause a revolution. Yeah, because they're just gonna double down. They're just gonna up yours, pal, even more, because they're in positions to fuck you. They have fuck you positions. That black woman in charge of Disney, she's got a fuck you position. She's in charge of hiring. That's the biggest fuck you position you can have. I'm in charge of who's hired here. And like the white guy said on camera, he said they're not hiring any white guys anymore. White guys aren't being hired anymore.
Straight white guys.
Yeah, that's no
Probably
secret.
so, yeah. Yeah. And she can say that.
Hey. So on the in reality, in the mind of some people, she can be racist, right?
No,
because that's the
you can't
person
be
in
racist.
power that
You
can.
can't.
Nah. She
That's
don't
the
have
sick
no
part.
power. That's the way we play it. We play both sides. She don't, say, yeah, she can't be racist. She still can't. Even she can't be racist. No. We can never be racist. Yeah. But
And
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know where they come with that mindset that they can't be racist and they're doing everything that is racist.
It's a power play.
I think
it's a power play.
I think it insults black intelligence to presume that they aren't smart enough to be racist.
No, but it's still a power play. It's kind of like it's like kids at a lunch table.
It's a back pocket thing, man.
It's like if I tag you, right? And I say tag, no tag back. You know what I'm saying?
Basically.
It's like some kitty shit, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or like I'm touching this refrigerator, and this refrigerator makes me you can't tag me unless if I'm touching the refrigerator, I can't be tagged. So you got to wait till I move away from the refrigerator, then you can tag me. But as long as I'm touching this refrigerator, this the safety refrigerator, I can't be tagged. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just like a game. Like, so it's not that deep.
Yeah, but once they get their reparations, all that's going to stop.
Yeah, right. This guy doesn't know
Hey
much.
man, I ain't gonna flex. If we get reparations, I don't think
Everybody getting
some people.
rich.
Yo, everybody getting rich, but I'm just talking about how unsafe it will be for like all some people.
Yeah. Guns.
Everybody's killing. If
Guns,
everybody's got $1 million,
robberies.
No, I'm talking about
Robberies
some
gonna
people
be
will be
through the
like
roof.
robbing. Yeah,
Yeah.
some people gonna be robbing
Yeah.
motherfuckers. Like, hey, I know he got money.
Every gun store gonna be like literally empty, man. You'll go to the gun store, it's gonna be a ghost town in the gun store. It'll be fucking cobwebs on the shelves of the gun store. We'll buy every gun in the fucking world. Salute to Tomcat. He says, I'm so tired of the B dubs running stuff. Shout out to Tomcat. He says, and if Trump wins, he's gonna get got like Kennedy. I don't know about that. I think that they are going to punish the liberals are going to punish the world if Trump wins. They're going to riot and they're going to fucking fuss. They're going to do their version. They're going to do a
insurrection
January 6th, but they're going to do it like a year long January 6th.
Hey,
and
do
they're
you
going to
think?
be like, we're justified because y'all did the January 6th.
Hey, I think we at the point now where after this debate though, if Biden like does terrible, he obviously gonna be high, but it's supposed to be what, like 3 hours long?
What?
This debate coming up.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's supposed
I
to be
think
like
it's an hour and a half. I think it's an hour and a half. I think.
okay. All right, so an hour and a half. He really can't like how long was the State of the Union? Was that like 45 minutes?
I don't know.
But he's gonna be high is shit. So it's just like I don't know if the Adderall will be able to stay that long in his system at a peak where he won't have that moment. But anyway, they're saying that a lot of people saying that if he doesn't do well in this debate, if he had like one of those moments where he just becomes spacey or does the mumble jumble or whatever, that they'll try to replace him at the last minute. And at the last minute, if they replace him, especially if it's after the DNC, the Democrat like person won't even be on ballot. So it'd be basically just like Trump running by himself. You think
Nah,
that's a
they would
possibility?
never do that. I'm in Pennsylvania, right? And John Fetterman, who like I'm talking about, Dr. Oz is like a whatever you want to say about Dr. Oz, he's a very, very well spoken man, a very, very smart man. And John Fetterman, after he had that stroke, before the stroke, he was an idiot. But after he had that stroke, he was basically a vegetable. And they ran him. And he was, every appearance he had was embarrassing, exponentially more embarrassing than the last one, to the point it was like a skit. It was almost comical. It
Yeah, I
was
remember.
like Bizarro World. He won.
I remember that, but I'm just saying that was what 2 years ago.
But he won. Like he
But that was 2
won.
years ago. But I feel like
I don't know.
nowadays, like that whole shit with the political fear of anything that's Trumpish is like insurrection and bad, and he's a threat to democracy. I think that whole fear vote is done, and I think that at this point, I feel like the Democrats know that is no chance for like Biden. So they finna figure something out, and I think they're gonna have a master plan because they're a little bit more.
What candidate they gonna come on, man? The only reason they running Biden is because he the only one that can face off with Trump. If they had someone else,
that's why I said they probably just gonna take this loss. They're just gonna take this L.
Nah, they ain't gonna take no loss. Cause you think they're gonna take a loss? They're gonna fight tooth and nail. They have power. No one with power gives it up easily. They're not gonna give it up. Yo, do you understand that even if Trump wins, they're gonna fight it in court, talk about they stole the election.
No, I get that. And that's what I think that's their master plan is to fight it in court for like 2.5 years or whatever it is. and then they're gonna do this whole impeachment shit, and I feel like they're gonna find a way to win an impeachment type of thing. I think they don't have a chance I don't think they have a chance of winning the election, bro.
I don't know. I think it's November is what, 4 months away, 3 months away. Man, that's so much time, man. I think you guys gotta. I think everyone who thinks that the Democrats are going to lose, you haven't been watching lately, man. Do you understand? They seize on. They play dirty. Like they're not gonna. You're not dealing with somebody who plays the game right. Like it's like cheating. It's like saying that. Like it's like you're playing against a team that cheats, and it's the third quarter, and you're up by 10, and you're like, "Yeah, we got this in the bag." No, the fuck you don't. Like it's just like the whole quarter left, man.
No,
I got shit in the bag.
No, I get it. I'm not saying like, and I think that like the Republicans and independent voters they kind of figuring out the plan, like the whole thing. They want us to lax and be like, oh, it's down in the bag, and then not show up for voting and type of shit. But I think we passed that too as America. America's frustrated as fuck, bro. You got your crazy. You got your crazy fucking vote blue no matter who, no matter what type of people in the Trump deranged, but the Trump deranged vote ain't as high as it was, bro. And you got to remember, like, he didn't lose by much. And the majority of the people that voted for Biden in 2020 was Trump deranged and all this other shit. And he's bad for democracy and and that shit go from like 20% of the vote of Trump derangement, hate Trump, never Trumpers. That shit probably at like 7% now.
I don't know, man. I just it's so much time left for something to happen that galvanizes the people. There's so much time. Like you gotta understand, like when whatever happens, they're gonna seize on it and they're gonna jump. Their base is waiting for that. Their base is like a girl who's like fooling around with a guy on a couch and she's wet and she wants to screw him, but she knows that she shouldn't. And all she's waiting for him to say is, I love you. And if he says, I love you, he's getting the draws.
Yeah.
Now she's waiting for that. And that's what she's hinging whether she's going to give him some draws or on. But that's the same way Democrats are waiting for that racist thing to happen.
Right.
So, like,
we could be fighting for Israel by then.
But once it happens, they're gonna. You thinking that like it gotta be a certain thing? It gotta come in a certain. All they gotta do is happen, and they'll be like, "Huh," and they'll release onto it, and they'll jump onto it, whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. I think that all fucking glider cops need to have a national meeting, like a Klans meeting or some shit, and just say, no, just no. No matter what the circumstance is, don't do it. If it's some people, don't do it, bro. Just wait till after November. All you glider police officers, my fellow men, boys in blue, just relax, guys. It's okay.
Don't go trying to arrest any career criminals that are high and passing bad 20s.
Bro. Don't do it. Because if that fucking military kid happened in fucking September, that shit would probably be the biggest story in America.
Yeah, but even him though, like that don't got legs because he's not somebody blacks want to latch on. It's just like I was talking about Sha'Carri Richardson earlier. Do you know they got U.S. track stars that have gone to Yale and Harvard and are great black women that have great, traveled all over the world and been in all organizations. The one that blacks gravitate, the only track star blacks love is the little hood rat from Dallas.
Yeah, because the one that had replaced her, she was at Harvard or Yale or some shit, right?
Yeah.
The white girl with the braids.
Yeah, but everybody on the track team's black. The U.S. track team is 100% black women. The women's side.
Yeah, and the fact that she got replaced by the educated black woman that came from fucking the Ivy League school that have a great father and a great family, and we just didn't even embrace her at all. Yeah, very interesting.
Nobody even knew her name.
I still don't know her name. I'm sorry.
Her name.
I don't know her name.
Nobody wanted to know her name. No one cared. The Good Morning America and them tried to give her a special, but no one cared. Black people are going to gravitate. It's going to be a certain type of guy that gets killed. That's going to that black people are going to care about, and it's going to be like it's not that airman. That airman wasn't it. He doesn't move the needle with black people. So that person that gets killed is going to be like, it's going to happen. Or something is going to happen. Some racial firestorm is going to happen. And Republicans or conservatives are going to be looking like, this is stupid. And it's going to be like, yeah, it's stupid, but it's resonating. And once
you don't think it's going to be some middle, you don't think it's going to be some Middle East stuff?
No.
Nah, the Middle East shit not gonna move the election as much as everybody think. I think the Middle East shit will probably take Trump very close to, or basically win in Michigan. But after that, I don't think that shit will make any effect.
Yeah, like this is gonna be a black and white thing. Even if it's a Hispanic, like it's not gonna move it. It's gonna have to be a white officer and a black victim, or a white person and a black victim.
Hey, you know what's funny though?
A black player.
They've been talking about that whole black vote shit, whatever. Saying that Trump about to get 20% of the black vote. And I'm just thinking like, man, if he gets 20% of the black vote, that means he has to get like fucking 30% of Sun men, because Sun women are 98% gonna vote blue, like no matter who.
Exactly.
So I just don't see it. I don't see it.
I don't see it at all, because black men are not very smart, and I'm gonna just leave it at that, man. You can take the $5 challenge if you want to on this Good Friday. Support the channel, but if not, that's fine. Salute to everybody who joined us today, man. Same black time, same black channel. Out of here. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.